last session was a little bit ago, a week or two ago. You guys were trying to figure out what the plan was after you had just vortex warped a very large drow with glowing yellow eyes, who seemed undisturbed by your efforts. After some talking, he was begrudgingly willing to talk to the boss and mention what you all were here for. And after that, he set up an appointment an hour from then so they could. An hour after, you went in, checked in all your magic shit that you wanted to claim, and sat down with a very old looking drow. Speaking with him, more or less, you have determined that he is the mafia leader of the, or should I say, syndicate leader of the Drow Syndicate. He never said officially, but you're pretty confident that's the case. He discussed with you all about getting the necklace, how they had it enchanted for scrying to keep track of it, to try and essentially find a moment to strike to try and get that piece of the necklace. He eventually made a deal with you all to use their submarine, which he revealed to you all, that would be able to infiltrate the Mind Flayer's ship, as they seemed to know where it was at. Your group more or less came to an accord on this and left shortly after achieving this. From that point, you all headed back home after going to a few black market shops. I believe Rosie got a very nice gun that does still have some arcane runes to take off of it to make it fully street legal and not on the lookout for cops. You got a few other little magic items here and there. Spent a little shopping period there. Went to the inn to plan your next route before the next morning you left back for home. Upon coming into your warehouse, you were greeted by a tall, semi-bulky drow woman who ran up to you all in heavy plate mail, greeting you all very happily. She claimed her name was Brit, and then two of the others eventually joined with. That was Ovlin, a tiefling as well. The paladin was they were a tiefling. Ovlin was a half elf, and Zer was a tiefling as well. They claimed to be the extra help that the Devil Mafia was promising you all to help take out the Mind Flayer threat. Along with it, there was also a new person that is staying in your warehouse named Birdie, a very, very old elven woman who seems to know her way around most things, and she is going to be your accountant. You talked for a bit, had some dinner. Rosie's not sure if she likes her yet because she keeps trying to do everything Rosie's trying to do. But she is currently here for the moment. And you guys more or less went to sleep that night, expecting to call Devil Daddy in the afternoon, as that's when he would have a phone available, as he is still in the safe room. So that way Mind Flayers are not a threat to him. So that was currently the plan, was to check with him to make sure these four people are who they say they are. There's nothing fishy going on anything about that. So before we begin, is there anything anyone had questions on? We did level up at the end of that session. You are all level 7 if you haven't done it already. I think we rolled for HP last session too, so yes. I think we should be good to go if everybody's ready.
And we're all long rested?
This would be a long rest in the morning.
Presumably.
All right.
So we haven't long rested.
You have. I would say at the start of the session would be in the morning. Unless there's anything else you wanted to do before heading to bed.
I had one thing I wanted to do, just because it seemed like a good time to do this. Probably would happen sometime late in the night.
Okay.
I think at a certain point in the evening, I guess after everybody else has gone to sleep, or everybody else is going to sleep, was asleep.
I think it was just unconscious at the table.
Yeah, I think Rez would probably just kind of walk up to where Dan is seated and just kind of sit across from him for a second. Dan, do you know how to detect thoughts?
Pardon? Thoughts?
Sorry to wake you.
No, you're fine.
Do you know detect thoughts?
Sleep. Yeah, I could do that. Do you think we should... I'll kind of point towards the new people in the warehouse. Want to take a peek?
That wasn't what I had in mind, but it's not a terrible idea, to be honest. No, I felt like this might be a good time to actually start sharing a bit with you about my circumstances. I've never been great with words, so I figured the easiest way to do that would just be to let you take a look.
Oh, shit, okay. Yeah, that is doable. Didn't prepare that today,
That's
but
okay.
I can prepare it in the morning for sure.
Yeah. Meet me in the storage chamber early before everybody wakes up.
Yeah, sure.
Just gets up and walks away.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Rosie's gonna try to wake up early
This
and
is
cook
To bake
breakfast
food.
Before Birdie.
before Birdie gets up.
Birdie's up at 3 a.m.
Oh, I see you're up to make breakfast. Don't worry, I already did it.
Good to see you, darling.
I've made breakfast for the next week.
Yep.
It's all
But
meal
Rosie
prepped.
will
Go
wake
ahead.
up to attempt to make breakfast before Birdie gets up.
Roll d20. See if
Oh,
she's
no.
up or not.
Even odds? Is it even odds?
What is she rolling against?
Against Birdie's d20.
Birdie's spell save DC. Birdie cast sleep.
5.
Ooh, that's pretty low.
I
Well,
wake up at 5 a.m. Eat me, Birdie. You
I rolled a
old lady.
d12 for that.
You get up and you would see as you're starting to head down the hallway, you hear a little bit of shuffling too, and right as you get into the kitchen, you see Birdie is in the kitchen just getting started. Oh, good morning, dearie. I just thought I'd get up and start on the breakfast.
Rosie turns around and walks away.
Dan is just watching intently. Like, you probably passed him while the head was just kind of slumped, and then when you head back towards the room, like, he's definitely turned towards the kitchen, like, watching, listening.
Birdie got the same roll, so that I was like, they're going to wake up at the same time.
You could have had them like run into each other in the hallway and they like lock eyes. First one to the kitchen makes breakfast.
Do you want anything to eat, Dad?
No, ma'am, I don't eat, but thank you.
Oh, no wonder you're skin and bones.
He's neither of those things.
Something like that.
Close enough. Alright. So, yeah. I would say eventually you all would probably wake to the light sounds and smells of breakfast.
So before they do that,
Mhm.
I'm watching for Rez to come down and head for the storeroom.
Yeah.
Dagrim gets up.
I
Yeah,
think
you can have it.
I think probably he just sleeps in the basement storeroom.
No, I sleep in. I thought there's the potential of the storage room being also the crying room. So
No, crying room
where we
was an old
store
office upstairs.
Oh, okay. It's like the corner office.
Yeah, basically.
It's
Yeah,
not the crying
Rez
room.
would probably get up she'd probably wake up just because of her passive to the sound of food being made, and she would wait till Rosie and either Rosie was gone or in the kitchen along with
Oh, no.
Birdie.
Rosie left.
Okay.
She went back to her room.
Then she would just wait till Birdie was set aside in the kitchen and walk past to go downstairs.
All right. Well, Dan will stand up and follow.
Okay.
All right. Let's see. What am I doing today? Going through the book. We want that one. We want that one. Sorry, I haven't actually had to do this in front of somebody in a while. That one. I think I actually figured out how to get this one to work, so we'll try that when we're done here. Okay. So in about 10, 15 minutes, however long it takes to prep spells, Dan will close the book, kind of push his sleeves up a little bit, waggle his fingers. Like, you ready?
I guess so.
Alrighty. One detect thought coming in. And I will theatrically press 2 fingers to my forehead and wave my hand in front of Rez.
Rez rolls her eyes.
God, you're no fun. Alright. He'll boom. Cast detect thoughts.
That's me. I will voluntarily fail the save.
Alright. So I peer into her mind, DM. What do I see? Or Rez,
You've
what do I
got
see?
Administrator access, my guy.
What am I poking around? What am I looking for?
What does Rez want to be thinking about that Dan can see?
Yeah.
Is it some gabagool?
Does Dan have a wiener?
I don't think she'd be thinking that. She knows the answer is no. Honestly, I think Rez would.
Why is the answer no?
He's a robot.
He has a robot. He has no wiener.
I mean, there are adult shops everywhere.
Not saying
True.
he can't have a wiener. He just does not.
He
He
probably
chooses
doesn't.
not to.
He probably doesn't.
Uh,
Although this is a new body, that guy may have had a wiener.
It'd be his
David?
wiener though, not yours.
Did the
It's mine now. He ain't here.
David did the Warforged have a wiener?
Dan roll D20.
oh boy.
Ah,
Roll
shit.
for wiener. It's 20 inches long.
That's a 5.
I mean,
It's perfectly respectable.
it's a grower, not a shower.
But there is a wiener.
Great.
All right, now that
Rez really
now that
wanted
we've
to know
settled
that.
that, back to the matter at hand. What's on Rez's mind?
I'm trying to think how we best to do this. I mean, Rez would try to give Dan context for how she got how she is, what she's sort of after at this point, and what she may be up against in the future.
How specific?
Would you want to describe any of this, David, or do you want me to, or how would you want to do this?
I mean, I feel it's your character. This would probably be the best on you then.
Okay.
I don't want to step on potential toes just because I misremembered something.
Sure, that's all right. I think. I mean, I guess the question to me or to Dan at this point would just be: do you intend to dig into things as I explain them, or do you just want the movie?
I mean, I think Dan is definitely curious enough to go digging. And I feel like if something really grabs his attention, he might. But in general, he's probably just going to let Rez show what she wants to show, because it's definitely a big step forward in terms of like the trust between the two of them. And I don't think he's willing to jeopardize that just to save his own curiosity. So,
Okay.
If he gets carried away, I'll let you know.
Good to know. I think that the first thing that Dan would probably see is a hellish wasteland.
Ugh.
Um,
Dan would wince if he had face muscles.
charred and burned and ravaged. Not a place that looks like Fortuna in any way.
Okay.
And I think you'd get a lot of flashes of what led this place to be this way. A massive red dragon destroying the land. Completely eliminating cities, civilizations, and completely, I guess, overpowering an entire world.
But not Fortuna.
But it's not Fortuna. I think you would, since Rez is sort of walking you through what she knows, you would sort of just intuit or be told or realize, however detect thoughts works, that this is a land, a different plane, which is called Avum.
Ooh.
You would learn that
Never heard of it.
Avum is a very unique place in that in every iteration of Avum, something is destined to bring about the end of the world. In some, it would be zombies or giants or a plague. But in this one, it was dragons. And the most powerful among these was a dragon who referred to themselves as Rez'Veela, the Worldfire.
Mm-hmm.
I think what would strike Dan about all of this carnage and destruction that he sees is the sheer quantity of it, of footage, for lack of a better term. It's almost like you're fast forwarding through it, but it just never ends. You feel like years and decades are flying by, and it's just more and more and more. You would just hazard a guess that it's maybe hundreds of years of complete control and domination of an entire world.
All right.
And toward whatever one might call the end of this story, this world of Avum, you would see the dragon, Rez'Veela, sitting atop an entire plane's worth of gold and riches, able to use and control and manipulate whoever he so wanted on this plane. And he did so using a very carefully controlled cabal of mages, whom he gave very limited and strict access to any magic so that they could do his bidding. Rez'Veela began to look for new places to conquer, having grown bored of this one after owning it for so long. And eventually those mages stumbled upon a plane called Fortuna, discovered that it existed and that it was a plane founded on the accumulation of wealth, which was very intriguing to a powerful red dragon. Rez'Veela wished for these mages to find him passage to Fortuna, whatever magical means they could find. And so they began to work on it. But before they could finish what they were trying to do, before they could give Rez'Veela passage to Fortuna, someone from off-plane appeared in this iteration of Avum. A mage clothed in a long white robe and a heavy hood, which kept their face in shadow, appeared one day in front of Rez'Veela. The two didn't even have a moment to exchange words. Rez'Veela, curious and confident, just tried to get a closer look at this being. And in that split second where he had his guard down, where he didn't defend himself actively, this mage cast some spell, a spell that Rez'Veela didn't know, couldn't identify. What this magic did was it ripped Rez'Veela's body into two, it ripped Rez'Veela's form into two gems, one containing his soul and the other his body.
That's fucking cool.
And that's where that chunk of this imagery ends. Just kind of this magical flash. And the only bit of information there at the end of that was a name. This mage somehow identifying themselves to Rez'Veela without saying a word. And they called themselves the Sovereign.
Huh.
Vila in Fortuna, you knew. She did work with Zada, the half-orc woman.
Right.
They did a lot of odd jobs, a lot of sort of mid or low-level collaborative stuff occasionally between different mafias who had a similar goal. Often coming into contact with the Demon Council as well, or at least, again, the low-level peons in that space, getting odd jobs and whatnot. You recognize a few of these moments, actually. Just little clips and snippets from things that the two of you worked together on from time to time. Another phrase enters your mind. The warehouse incident. It was a noteworthy event that was very clearly something mafia related that had gone awry. But the authorities had little context for what that might have been or meant. The actual event, all you remember hearing was that there was some warehouse that exploded.
Right.
And just a ball of flame. But you can see it from a different perspective now. Vila and Zada spoke with one of these contacts they had with the Demon Council. A person named Apollo, who actually has shown up at the warehouse once. That name strikes you.
I know that guy.
Zada and Vila, having been loyal and competent for a few years, requested to Apollo to take on a slightly more dangerous job.
That was your first mistake.
Well, the upside would have been being set for potentially years financially. And when you're working job to job, it's a tempting prospect. Especially for something that sounded very simple. This warehouse was going to be used to transfer. It was just a stopping point, basically. A large, very wealthy magic item collector, their collection upon their death had been sort of acquired by the Demon Council. It was being transferred to this warehouse for just a few hours until it could be moved to a different secure location. And the job was to just watch it for about 8 hours. And obviously things did not go well.
Right.
As the images continue to push through to your mind, you see Vila and Zada waiting, Vila particularly nervous, anxious. Maybe just not wanting to screw this up. You see images of the truck pulling up and the various people, Vila and Zada not being alone, of course. There's about 10 or 12 other workers that they were collaborating with to guard this stuff. Began to unload the truck, get everything off of it. And you see us working, getting these boxes unloaded. But eventually, Vila looks over and sees one of the last boxes in the trailer being picked up. And as it is, these runes on the outside of this wooden crate light up with flame. Without even a second to react, the box turns into a ball of white. Everything goes silent for a second. And then this ear-bursting cacophony of wind and fire and glass shattering and wood snapping fills your mind. And you see from Vila's perspective, herself in pain. You can almost feel, it's been a long time since you've felt pain, but seeing it so viscerally from a first-person perspective, you can almost feel it. And you see Vila on the ground, this massive swirling tornado of fire slowly beginning to dissipate as her vision returns. You can hear screaming and yelling, and looking around, Veela sees mutilated, burned, charred, evaporated bodies scattering all over this warehouse, the people that she had worked with. And in this moment of terror, fear, and desperation, through her eyes, you also see something that stands out to you, and it stood out to Veela in the moment. This red, glowing light just beyond the doorway to the nearest exit to the building, almost like a beacon out of this nightmare. And you start to hear words too. At the time, Veela didn't understand what they meant, but they sound very comforting, promising.
Are they in a language that I would recognize?
They would be in Draconic.
So no.
But in that sense, you're also hearing exactly what Veela heard then, in that moment. She didn't know the words, but she knew the tone. This strange, oblique promise of power and safety and security in the darkest, weakest point of her life. And she crawled towards that exit. And as she was getting out of the building, she looked over. She saw browncoats heading her way. She heard sirens in the distance. And glancing over to her right, for just a brief second, she also sees Zada running down an alleyway in the opposite direction, holding a box. Veela didn't have the energy to get up or move or do anything, but she was right next to this gem that was calling out to her, promising her escape and power. And so with her right hand, she reached out and grabbed it. And again, you can't feel pain in this body you're in. But you know what pain is, you know what it was like.
I can remember it.
You remember it. And what you see happen from Veela's perspective is she grips this gem tightly in her hand and just subconsciously or unable to control herself, she just squeezes and squeezes, and her other hand grabs her wrist, trying to get her grip to loosen, to do something to stop it, but she just squeezes until this gem shatters in her palm. And she opens it back up, hand shaking, and it's just glass cuts and scrapes, shards embedded in her skin. And you see this ethereal, misty smoke emanating in the space that the gem once was. And as Veela tries to move her hand again, the smoke injects itself into every one of these cuts and scrapes in her hand. And you hear her scream. A pain that is perhaps unlike anything you've heard. Like she's being burned alive. And you see the arm begin to twitch and shake as Veela loses consciousness.
Over the course of these memories,
Mm-hmm.
You mentioned the runes
Mm-hmm.
around the box.
Yes.
Could I ask DM, is there anything in those runes that Dan might be able to discern with his arcane experience?
Let me check. Is it what I'm thinking it is?
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
Um,
What I just messaged you.
I'll message you real quick.
I have my suspicions.
It's up to you what you want it to be, but that was my assumption.
Okay. I would say more than likely you would not understand what this is because it also appears to be a language that you haven't read, but you can try an arcana if you.
I will try an Arcana, and I will burn one charge from the Ring of Puzzler's Wit to gain advantage.
Oh, cool.
Okay, that's 12. Or a 5. Okay, so we're going with the 12. That's going to be a dirty 20.
20? Okay. I would say while you cannot make it out in its entirety, this is in a language that you have never heard of, you have never seen before. And the runes are even more puzzling. Your arcane past does shed some light on a few of them. You would see that it is some sort.
You cut out really bad. I can't hear you.
It would be some sort of. It would be something from a higher power, such as a deity or a god.
This is like divine magic.
As near as you can tell, that on a 20 on something you've never heard or seen of, this is probably the closest you'd be able to make out.
Okay, so but I know enough about magic that I can rule out. Okay, this was not an arcane enchantment.
Yeah, it's
This
not like a
looks like
glyph of
something-
warding or something like that. So
Yeah, this is something coming
very
from.
new.
Would I be able to tell if it looks like celestial or infernal or draconic? Like, do I have an
Despite-
inkling of where it might be coming from?
Despite you being able to make out that it is some sort of higher power magic, the runes and letters on it are completely unknown to you. These do not look like anything you've seen or heard.
Okay.
The only real symbol that you would be able to make out on one of the runes would signify that it is from a higher power.
Okay.
And that more than likely it's some sort of explosive given the effect on it.
Does it look like this was cast on the box beforehand, or does it look like it was just cast on the box? In the memory, the way it plays out.
This would be from a while ago.
So it looks like the box was trapped, kind of.
I would say that would probably be the closest guess.
That's
Based
the
on the-
assumption that Vila was
Yeah.
always working under.
Yeah. It was not, freshly painted an hour ago or something like that. This has been there. That it had been there for a while.
Okay. Well, Dan will continue thinking on it, but we can keep going.
Yeah. I would say I
Sorry.
think at this point, no, it's good. Give me time to think for a second. I think at this point, Rez would probably start trying to truncate the story a little bit. Maybe failing slightly because she's sort of in the moment and like walking almost herself through all of these actions again. But you would start getting flashes. You'd see her waking up in a hospital with her right arm strapped to the side of the bed. You get a flash and you see her running from the hospital, a doctor behind her with a large gash on their chest. You see her running through the streets, arriving back at her apartment where she lived with Zada, and seeing the entire place cleaned out. All of her possessions and money gone. You see her grab all she had left off of a coat rack, which was just a big, heavy jacket with a hood and a bandana to cover her face. You see her return to a place that, while she didn't show you initially, you get a sense of familiarity. And I don't know if it's a place you would have ever been, but perhaps one you've seen or heard of, a temple to Idris called Abeofactus. In this moment of having been scared and confused and lost, Rez returns to somewhere that she knows, even though you don't know why or how she knows it. And you see her talking to someone in charge there, one of the head monks. A name flashes in your mind, Cyrus Pierce. And the vision almost becomes a little recursive at this point. You see Veela, now Rez'Veela, talking aloud to herself in her room. And you hear another voice now, a familiar voice that came from that gem. But now you understand everything it's saying. And it recounts to you the story that I began all of this with, about a world destroyed, an apocalypse, inevitable, and a being strong enough to keep it under his control for nearly a millennia. You see Rez growing stronger, and you see the people of Abeofactus beginning to grow scared of her. And this is over the course of a couple of years. A slow and steady discovery of her own power. And eventually Cyrus puts a line in the sand. Scared of what she can do, what she's capable of, unsure of how to control what she's becoming, tells her that he will not train her anymore. No one at Abeofactus will train her anymore. So she kills them. You see Rez, perhaps as strong or a bit stronger than she is right now, clawing and tearing and ripping through monks and clerics. And ultimately working her way up to her trainer, Cyrus, whom she leaves for dead, but does not do the killing blow on. And she walks.
I give her a look when I see that little bit, just like, oh, Rez.
It felt more insulting to leave him alive.
Yeah, but you know they come back. Like every time you fucking do that, they always come back.
Wait, who did?
That's what the bag's for. Well, was for.
Dan is telling Rez she should have killed Cyrus in that moment, but she didn't.
Mm.
You see all that, and having officially run out of places to be or go, Rez kind of falls apart a bit, with nothing left. She just begins to wander the streets, taking on odd jobs, mugging people, killing people, taking their money. staying away from the cops. These honed and trained skills she had atrophying a bit with lack of practice or discipline. Slowly, over about a year, this takes place. In that time, she does try to pursue some questions. She learns a tidbit about the warehouse incident. A name. The collection was owned by a man named Raymond Fletcher. She's never heard that name since, and she's never found out who that might have been. But it's the only connection she has. You see Apollo appear one day while Rez is trying to sleep in an alleyway behind a dumpster. Rez expects him to be there to kill her for failing them at the warehouse all those years ago. But instead he just says that she doesn't know anything that the Demon Council doesn't want her to know, and they have no further use for her. And leaves.
Lucky.
As you say,
Really fucking lucky.
as you say that, you kind of get a sense of what Rez has thought that too. She's pondered why that was. And she speculates that her condition is an anomaly that the Demon Council is intrigued by. They see her as a experiment to watch. She doesn't know that for sure, but it's the only thing that makes sense to her. And eventually, you see a familiar face, someone that you talked to, you reached out to. A random thug who you knew, or someone you knew, looking for Rez'Veela, Carmine. Because an old acquaintance wanted to meet up at a diner to ask for her help with a job. And you see visions of a familiar conversation. Us sitting down, talking. And almost slipping up for a moment. Everything just kind of ends with just a vision of a fairly nice home in the Harmonia district, almost being watched from across a street. You see some lights on and people walking in the windows. And at that point, Rez kind of cuts you off to the best of her ability, stopping these visions.
Anybody important there we should be aware of? Alright. They're pretty far removed from all this.
I hope that they're far removed from all of this. You know how important family is.
For better or worse. That's a lot. That is some big deal shit you got going on in there. Can he hear this? Is he like awake? Is he watching this? Can you?
I can focus to separate the different parts of my mind out from one another. I can create an isolated environment for myself. But Rez'Veela knows everything that Veela and Rajar know.
Okay. So, how friendly would you say this Rajarn is to us in general, and also to us knowing about this situation? Does he want that, or is he going to be pissed?
Rajarn tolerates his circumstances. He's not happy about where things ended up. I speculate that, for whatever reason, when he tried to assimilate my form when I touched that gem, something stopped him halfway. I don't know what it was. Divine intervention.
Do you think it was like a full hostile takeover kind of attempt thing? Like this was just going to all be Rajarn?
I think that was his intent. I can't know for sure, but I don't think it makes a lot of sense that it would stop like this.
Okay. Well,
I don't think... She kind of leans back on this box she's sitting on. I don't think that any of this has any bearing on what we're doing right now, but...
I mean, there might be some overlap with the dragons involved. I mean, we got a black dragon coming up on the docket. We got a blue dragon in our pockets that we still don't know what the fuck to do with. Do you know if she's tied or it? He, I don't know. Rajarn knew the blue dragon, right?
I've learned since I was originally given those visions that Rajarn was not, in fact, acting alone when he destroyed Avum.
He had a posse.
Indeed.
Okay. And the blue dragon was part of it, or might have been part of it.
Likely was part of it, and
But this black dragon we're going up against with the Illithids not tied to that. Separate dragon.
could be tied to it. I don't know.
Could be. Well.
Rajarn doesn't
Okay.
tell me everything.
Okay. That's a lot. That's a lot of shit. This okay. I want to back up. I didn't want to cut you off because you were really just kind of getting started. But like right at the beginning, you said something about how this Avon place is like always destined for ruin in like every version of like. What do you mean by like every version exactly? What is that about?
I only know what Rajarn shared with me about his conquest of this place, things that he learned having ruled it for 1,000 years. But as far as I know, for whatever reason, be it the gods or fate, Avum is doomed. Or at the very least, destined to face apocalyptic challenges in every timeline or iteration that exists of it. Rajarn was just one of those.
And he found that out while he was there. Is he from Avum, or did he like arrive?
To my knowledge, he's from Avum, and he found it out by using the resources of an entire world. Bringing mages or knowledgeable people under his wing to do his bidding.
Did he like conquer other timelines then? Was that like part of the deal, or was he good with just the one?
He was good with just the one. But, like I said, he wanted to find new places to conquer toward the end of his reign.
And Fortuna caught his eye, but before he could move on, this sovereign guy shows up and gives him.
Exactly. And I'll take
I
out
guess-
the blue dragon.
Thank you.
gem.
Thank you, sovereign, I guess.
Yes, well. The sovereign is a complicated figure in my mind. Rajarn wants revenge. Obviously. Rajarn also wants his body back. That's a much
Also
more
fair.
complicated problem.
Presumably that's in a crystal somewhere.
Somewhere. Much like
Potentially with your
Scantrathus.
friend.
Which one?
The one that ran off with the box.
Potentially.
Okay. So... I mean, not to pull focus. I know you trust me with some pretty heavy shit. And I appreciate it. You know, we'll figure something out. Whatever needs figuring out on this front. Honestly, I'm not even sure where to start. Just kind of wrestling with that whole fucking multiple timeline thing. How the fuck do you figure that shit out? That's crazy. I mean, that's got to be some fucking crazy magic, right?
I mean, it's
What
not
if I
like
could figure that out?
Rajar did anything. That's just how Avon works, apparently. At least according to the mages whom he forced into his servitude.
But I mean, if they figured out their time stuff, I mean, maybe we got time stuff here. I mean, maybe.
Metagaming a little bit.
It's
Actually,
interesting.
we don't. There is no time stuff with Fortuna. David clarified that for me.
That's true.
Dan's intrigued by the prospect, though. He'll probably spend some free time
But
researching.
you're welcome
just
to search it up.
it is definitely an intriguing prospect. Having said that, I guess why now? What's coming up that you're seeing on the horizon here that warrants getting this word out?
Well, like you said, we're starting to come up against draconic figures. I felt like there was a non-zero chance that something would have to come out in the near future, no matter what I did. Call it a hunch. I genuinely don't have an answer for that question other than I think we are stable enough that you wouldn't run away. Me having told you all of this now. Because
I
had I
wouldn't run
told
away.
you when we were weak and under attack constantly, it might have been intimidating.
No, that's fair, I suppose. Yeah, we had a real shit couple of months there.
We really did.
Well, I will bear this in mind. If I come across anything in my readings, I'll let you know. How much do you want shared with the rest of the party? You want to handle that yourself? Do you want me to brief anybody? How do you want to approach that?
Well, the reason I did it this way is because I'm not exactly great with words. So, feel free to share what you want.
Yeah, well, I think that might be a tough one to kind of just spring on people, apropos of nothing. But I think once we get closer to this hit, if we're even going in on the dragon, because I mean, we might be just planning to hit whoever goes in on the way out, right? But I think we might cover it then. You know, give it some time. I gotta figure out. I don't even know how we're gonna handle this. Truth be told, I'll figure something out.
If nothing else, I hope this perhaps clarifies why I've been reluctant to engage with a lot of these things, especially the notion of taking down a dragon or even engaging with one in any way.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean,
I've watched an apocalypse play out in my mind 1,000 times, fueled by
How-
one dragon.
how big was he?
Rajarn?
Yeah.
I think what you saw in her mind was probably about as close to a draconic god as you could imagine.
Okay.
Enormous.
I imagine it takes a dragon a long time to get that big. I don't think we're going up against one quite that old. So I think our odds are a little better.
If they were working with Bajarn, they very well could be.
Yeah. If he's spending his free time in a fucking casino run by the Devil Mafia, something tells me this guy doesn't have quite the pull Bajarn did. That's just my hunch.
Or maybe the power creep is different here. Who knows?
I mean, that could also be.
Well,
Damn.
I smell breakfast.
Well, if you're hungry, yeah, go grab some. I'll be up in a minute. Actually, I got a thing I wanted to try first.
Your new dick.
Bells down here. Dad's gonna start rummaging around the storeroom looking for supplies.
Rez just kind of stands up, puts a hand on your shoulder, kind of gives you a shake. Heads out.
Alright. Good scene.
What's for breakfast?
How do you want your eggs, dearie?
I don't care.
All right,
Helpful.
bacon.
Sure.
Okay, so yeah, Birdie will whip you up a plate, pretty quick with some eggs, bacon, toast, pancakes, glass of milk. Get you sat down. What did you want to try, Dan?
Dan would like to get some materials together to cast Fabricate.
Okay.
And he would like to fabricate himself a new face.
Oh,
Because this one is borked and old.
that's fair. So raw materials, I think you still kept your old body, if I recall correctly. That would probably be a quick, easy way, unless you just have like some metal blocks lying around.
Yeah, I think that old body is made out of pretty garbage material.
That's fair.
Probably.
I think if he really had to, he would probably go, like, just take a quick step out while everyone's eating breakfast and go buy some supplies.
Okay.
Probably just some, like, nice quality, like, weapons quality steel and
Not
some
going
silver.
platinum.
No, just some weapons like gunmetal basically, and some silver.
Okay. I would say for that you would be able to acquire from a smithy. That would probably run you a gold and a half. The silver is a little expensive.
How many was that?
So a gold and 5 silver.
Oh, that okay.
I mean, it's expensive for people who aren't you.
Expensive for peons.
Exactly.
I'm a gajillionaire.
Now let me put it on my face that costs 50 cents.
Yes. Yeah, so Dan will use Fabricate to make himself a new face. If he needs to... if he needs a tool proficiency for it, he'll also use that spell he made, Borrowed Tradecraft, to get his tool proficiency, if necessary.
Okay. I mean, yeah, I would say probably the closest you'd need would probably be Smithy's tools. So if you
Okay.
don't have proficiency for that, probably.
I have no tool proficiencies.
Alright.
Outside of alchemy and herbalism.
Okay.
So. And I will do that somewhere quiet and head back to the warehouse.
Have
With
you
a new-
switched
with
your
a new
face?
Have I squished my face?
As in, are you wearing your new face?
I will have it on. I will install it. And I will post it in character chat.
Oh shit.
Oh shit.
Rosie's going to sneak out of the warehouse
Oh shit.
Where the hell is everybody?
and go get breakfast.
Ah,
Damn.
makes sense.
Fucking bitter.
He's uncomfortable.
All these people in my fucking space.
Yep. So
Huh.
she'll try to sneak out of the warehouse.
Roll stealth.
I roll stealth.
Yes.
Okay.
You're trying to sneak out.
You did say sneak.
Yeah.
Well, I got advantage. So, 19.
Oh, that's way
19.
higher than my passive.
I see you. I don't say anything.
What don't you see, Rhett?
The future.
Clearly. I would say, yeah, you'd probably be able to sneak out while people are eating. There are other doors that you know of. I think you guys have said that there is a back door. You'd be able to sneak out through that. That's away from the kitchen and the dining area.
Oh yeah. It's a fire hazard if you don't.
Exactly. You got to have at least more than one exit. So yeah, you'd be able to slip out, find a little inn. You know, it's probably going to run you like a silver for a nice breakfast meal.
I think she just gets something like small.
Okay.
I don't think she gets like anything super fancy.
Okay.
She's probably just. Is there like any like places outside the warehouse? Like establishments? Or is it
other
just kinda-
businesses.
Oh,
Yeah.
like on our block.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's more than just the warehouse on the block. There are a few apartments. Other than that, there's like a clothing shop. There is a beer refinery.
David, can
What?
I make a suggestion for a shop name?
All right.
The Buttercup Bistro.
Is that our neighbor? They live right
Hey,
next
new
to a
neighbors, we
shitty
brought
ass
in-
warehouse.
It is now.
I was looking up fun, quirky diner names, and Buttercup Bistro came up. I was like, that's
I'm
cute.
canonizing it. It's across the street from your warehouse. It just
Okay.
opened up last month
That's where Rosie's at. she's,
while you
just,
guys were gone.
Bistro.
she's just sitting there.
These poor bastards don't know what they're in for.
She's just sitting there picking out her food.
Yeah, property value is really low in this area. I wonder why.
Yeah, who knows?
Keeping rent low.
Saves
I'll
me.
probably come out of the crying room and be like, "Oh, hey, Rez, where's everybody? Where's everybody?"
I've got no idea, but Birdie made breakfast.
You gonna enjoy it? I grab my pemmican.
Now I'm gonna try it.
Is the only one who eats Birdie's breakfast?
I'm
No,
only
there's the other
person
four
who
people.
Eats food here.
No, there's the other 4 people.
Yeah, there's
And then-
a couple of tieflings in the building now.
Yeah.
Dagrim, I've been meaning to ask. Why do you like pelicans so much?
I
You keep
throw you a
talking
piece.
about it.
I chuck you a piece. Oh, you can't eat it like that. It's more of a kind of thing.
I have pretty sharp teeth.
Oh, fair enough. I guess you wouldn't have a frame of reference, but it's like a nasty beef jerky.
It's like beef jerky mixed with fruit.
Yeah.
But it's very chewy, I imagine.
It's bare minimum food. It has the nutrition value of the bare minimum.
I mean, it's probably pretty nutritious. It's just
This is not a
Not
particularly exciting
wasn't.
meal.
Just tastes
No.
bland.
Dagrim.
Yeah, unseasoned, just dried meat, fruits.
You boring
Fibrous.
motherfucker.
I worked with some of this stuff. Let me put a little salt on it.
Ugh. Salt is a sign of purity. Can't have that on it.
That's how you preserve it, you wiener.
Yes, it's
Yeah,
dried
but
meats,
adding
Dagrim.
more. No, I dehydrate him by leaving him next to the sun. No.
For a year.
It's practically fermented.
Now, where is everybody? I made this big breakfast, and there's only one person eating.
I saw Rosie walk out about a half an hour ago.
Oh, come on.
You rolled a 19.
Hostile.
Wait, she didn't immediately rat you out.
I'll never be able to, because
Not
I
from Rez.
Yeah.
That's fucking hilarious.
And I don't take part in the normal meals.
Where are those 3 apprentices? I guess? Workers?
Fellow
More question for the
compatriots.
DM.
As you say that where they are, you see a tail suddenly swish above you, and you look up and you see Zer is perched on top of the kind of kitchen room.
It's swishing above me?
Yeah, he's sitting above you on like a post.
Yank.
I was just gonna say, she grabs and pulls it. Don't sit above me.
Ah! Almost made me spill my pancakes.
I'm impressed you didn't. Good reflexes.
With my fingers.
Wasn't one of the tieflings a draconic sorcerer?
Ovalin? No.
Ovaltine.
Ovaltine. Yeah.
Ovalin was the half-elf
Oh, no, you don't.
sorcerer.
Yeah, Oblin is a half elf draconic bloodline.
I'll go up to Rez and be like, is there any similarities between you two? He's got scaly skin, you got half scaly skin.
I think he's still asleep. Let me go wake him up.
Does
Take a
Ovalin
break.
have scaly skin? I thought they were half-elf.
Dragon sorcerers generally have like a dragon, like a scaly skin or something.
You know, fun fact, I almost was that before this campaign.
Oh, weird. That's very meta.
It is very meta.
So I would say after Zer disappears, you see a very groggy Brit clanking and clanking her way down the hallway into the kitchen, followed by Oblin, who is just quiet as usual. He sits down after grabbing a plate, starts to eat. And as soon as Brit smells the food, she perks up. Oh, this looks so good, Bertie. When can we start eating? Oh, right now. I'll just get a few of these, and she just starts loading up her plate and sitting down. So what's the plan for today, gents? Ladies?
I believe we are going to wait for Devil Daddy.
We're going to contact him just to double check your guys' whole deal. Make sure this will work out for us. You understand.
I guess.
We've had apparently there's been trust issues in this group in the past. I wasn't around for any of that, but they were very forceful of getting any truths out of me as early as possible for some reason.
You'd understand if you were there.
That's why I
Hey,
prepped
no
some
offense,
truth.
but looking at you all, I could see there's quite a few stories between you all.
There's more and more every day.
I can see trust being a bit of a rarity.
We're working on that.
I'm sure you are. As she just takes a big bite of pancakes.
In any case, we're going to just do a bit of double checking this afternoon. And then who knows what's next. We have to figure that out. Whenever Dan
As long as
and
Rosie makes her way back.
get back.
Yes.
Good food as always, Bertie. Oh, thank you, Daddy. Would you like some more eggs? Yes, please. As she just starts whipping up more food. But if there is nothing else immediate, I imagine the group, or would Rosie eventually come back to the warehouse, or is she out?
Yeah, she would try to sneak back in.
Okay.
Oh, sneak in.
Stealth check.
17.
17.
Oh, hey, Rosie.
Still above my passive. Oh, where'd she come from?
Oh, hey, did you leave?
Oh, no, I've been here the whole time.
Why are your fingers sticky?
Don't ask.
From breakfast, right?
Red-handed.
Hot, sticky fingered.
It's like everyone just out there.
Yeah,
I
you
mean,
just
We
walk
were
in.
just sitting at the table eating breakfast. I don't know when.
Yeah.
When
But
this
there's all
is.
the other people are out there too.
Yeah, pretty much everybody's sitting down at the table, just eating or chit chatting.
Birdie might still be in the kitchen.
Come, have a seat.
Uh,
Deathbringer. I put my hand on your shoulder. You have an advantage on your next initiative roll.
Okay.
okay.
Just cause.
It's like I've got to use this once a day, no matter what.
I think Rosie is going to just attempt to like excuse herself.
Oh, I'll probably just give you dark vision too.
Okay, so now I have 180
300,
feet.
300 feet of dark vision.
Okay, she's like, oh, whoa, that's
Holy shit!
Dagrim
It's
bats on, so you're like,
Fucking right here.
ah. Okay,
Hey, what are you doing to her? Rosie,
I was
you
just
alright?
giving her the gifts of Merkel.
yep.
Rosie, come
Oh.
sit down. Your
Now.
cherry tart from last night will taste
so
really nice.
does
That is
Dan
a
look
very-
different now?
Yeah, he does look a little different.
Yeah, what
Let's
does he
see
look like?
the Dan, yo.
Dan's got some stuff on his face.
The stream won't be able to see it, but we can.
Oh, he's filagreed.
Ooh, that's
Ooh.
cool.
Nope. Okay.
He's got a steel mustache.
Ah.
That's cool looking.
That's cool.
fancy.
Got them creepy eyes still. Love it.
I mean, you
Gotta keep
gotta.
those.
He ain't Dan if he ain't got his papers.
Yeah, I feel like Rosie is just really like, oh no, I'm not feeling too good.
Yeah, no, I mean, hey, if you gotta get some space, yeah, go get your, catch a breather.
Would you like an Alka-Seltzer?
I think she's good, Barty.
Hot towel? Cold towel?
You can go.
A towel?
He's just gonna pat you on the shoulder.
She'll be doing this for a while.
Actually, Birdie, do you have any jewelry polish on you?
Jewelry polish?
Yeah, I mean, you're a lovely lady. I'm sure you take care of your jewelry.
Hold out your hand, sweetie.
Here's a gallon.
I hold out a
spits it.
hand. Ow.
That should do it.
There's a moment you can tell Dan's thinking about, should I wipe this on my face? And then he's just like, thank you, Birdie.
His human instincts kick in.
It's real
Holy
loud.
Wait a second.
He'll just pull out a handkerchief and wipe his hands. Tuck it back in.
I think Rosie will be like out of the room, but still like able to kind of listen.
Just kind of lingering outside.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay. So, docket. Devil Daddy, right? Idek calls this afternoon. Is that it?
We call
Or
him,
do we call him?
I think, or he calls us. I don't know. We'll meet with Idek this afternoon. I don't think we have anything else on the docket today.
Okay.
Oh. I need to get back to that tattoo parlor.
Tattoo parlor.
What are you talking about?
I used a shield last combat. I want to get that re-upped.
Shield tattoo?
Yeah. It's really handy. I'd recommend people get them.
How much does it cost?
I forget, David. How much did they cost?
Let me look at our previous chat here.
Yeah, because spell shield, or just having a shield at will, as a tattoo, just in case. They're one times, but
Oh, they're
You
like
get
scrolls,
Yeah, basically.
kind of.
but you store them in your skin.
Yes.
It's a scroll. It's a scroll.
But it's on
I
your
can't
skin.
I can't wear tattoos. I don't know. This is the closest I've gotten. I think.
Here, just wrap this scroll around your arm.
Yeah. I think I'll probably just stick to the scribing thing, but that's not a bad idea.
It's a nice change, Dan.
Thank you. I figured, I wanted to clean it up, but I didn't want to buy something off a shelf. It didn't feel very personal.
Since it was a level 1 spell, I think if I recall correctly, it was like 100 gold. It's cheap.
Okay. Let's see.
Rez, you'll get a message from Rosie, be like, "Wait, what did Dan do to his face? Or what?"
New faceplate or something?
Oh.
Looks fancy.
Hmm.
He's probably proud of it.
Hey, Dan! You get a message from Rosie. Come around the corner.
I mean, I look back towards the door. Is she there?
She's like peeking. Yeah, like that.
And I look at her.
I don't know how far away you are. That's the thing.
I think I'm probably close enough. You can tell there's a new fucking thing on the middle of my face where you can just see the guts and pistons and shit before.
All right. I feel like I've got another message. I can't see all of it, but it looks good. And you see like a little thumbs up.
Hey, thanks. Yeah, no, I figured I should try and make something, presentable. I made it myself. I finally figured out how to do it.
Nice.
Do you want an extra gun? I can make you a gun.
Oh, could you actually work on my gun?
I mean,
Dagrim, can you also work on my gun?
I cast greater invisibility on myself.
Don't you want the Deathbringer? You get a message from Rosie. Don't you want the Deathbringer to be stronger? If
Don't
you
you
do
have
that?
to be able to see me to
You
message
don't
me?
actually. You just
No, I already
really?
messaged
general
you.
direction.
Yeah,
Oh,
and I was
shit.
already messaging you, so.
Oh shit.
Ah.
Well, I lost a 4th level spell slot.
I used mine already.
This
Today.
is the day the Demon Council attacks us.
Damn it.
Could you
I
help?
think I've helped on it before.
Could you help some more?
We already have some
You're
days
good.
of progress on that, right?
I'm gonna go get a
Why is that
tattoo.
in character?
You want to get one?
Don't get a tattoo, Rosie. They're not permanent.
What?
Why not?
Yeah,
What?
could be a
what?
good bonding thing for you two.
Come,
You
Deathbringer.
guys don't really talk.
Oh, what? 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 Do you think Idek would approve of Rosie getting a tattoo?
It's temporary.
She gets a big old just like shield on her face. Don't hit me. Don't hit me. You're gonna miss. See? You're gonna miss. Don't do it. It'll be a waste of your turn. Everyone's
real
just
powers
shows up
in
for the
the
next fight
front
with
of it.
shield tattoos all over their bodies.
I feel like Rosie's like, I don't know if I want a tattoo.
Fair enough.
I think they're magic, but
They're
That's
magical tattoos.
But the needle is real.
Well, actually, the needle, you touch it to the skin, and then it dissolves into the skin, if I remember correctly. It's not actually like a pricking.
Well, that's how you unattune it.
Oh,
no,
really?
that's how you make it too.
Oh, does it? Okay. Well, that's
Yeah.
less fun.
They're fucking wacky.
Lame.
Well, I'm going to go do that. So I'm going to go 100 gold cheaper, or 100 gold less money. Boom. And I have re-upped my shield tattoo. I
Bam.
assume it doesn't take super long, but
Wouldn't take too long.
I know a guy. What's the tattoo artist's name?
Let's see.
Do a flip, DM. Dance for me.
Just
I
see.
want to... Jasim?
Yes.
Jaseem.
Nope.
Nope.
JASIM.
Okay. Tattoo artist. Just for my notes.
You make me jump through a hoop, I make you spell the name right.
Yep.
I think Rosie, as everyone's just kind of chatting, she'll slowly get closer.
Oh, shut Rosie.
Don't be creepy, Dan.
What? I didn't say nothing.
Wait, what
No,
did
it looked
you
like
say?
you thought something creepy.
Wait, what did you say?
I was just saying closer, Rosie.
Oh. No.
I have a good passive perception. I can tell when you're thinking weird stuff.
Dan has a lot of intrusive thoughts. If that wasn't already obvious. Okay, so Dagrim's out getting tatted. We're waiting on Devil Daddy.
Yep.
What's the long-term plan right now? Do we have an agenda
Technically,
outside
the-
of
the
this
necklace.
indefinite? Yeah, the necklace situation. We don't really have a date set for that. They are going to be sending some guys at some point to coordinate with us. Is that the play?
They wanted to recruit us, I guess, to go on their mission or something. Or lead their mission to go get the
Probably.
necklace.
I think we were leading it, and they asked for our address.
Right, which you did give.
Right. So, like, I'm expecting a visit from them at some point in the near future.
Because they're probably going to want to kill us.
Well, no, they're not going to kill us until after they have the necklace. That's the whole gamble is, yes, we'll work with you to get the necklace back, and then we'll kill you to get both pieces. Aha!
But-
We've tricked you.
Wouldn't it be better if we didn't have, no offense, everyone else around? So then they don't know we have other people involved.
Presumably.
I don't think it really matters if they know we have more people. I mean, that might be a clue to them that, hey, maybe these people aren't to be fucked with,
But it could also be an advantage if they don't know we have other people to help us.
Well,
That's true.
they're going to find out eventually.
I
Yep.
would assume that they're assuming we have more than just these five, the five of us working on these things, but you're right, technically it would be an advantage to keep as much hidden as possible.
I just don't know how feasible that is right now, given that we're having to operate in concert with them, kind of.
Before we make any concrete decisions on all this necklace stuff, we do actually need to start sussing out exactly who we want to give this necklace to.
I mean, giving it back to Idek makes the most sense.
Idek's the one who lost it in the first place.
But he was the guy that was responsible for it before we had it.
And he did a terrible job.
Rosie feels a little embarrassed. Is anything special?
Do we know anyone else with the power level to protect this thing? Because I won't lie, I don't know that we're up to it.
Maybe it's better off destroyed.
Are we confident that destroying it won't just do the thing it's supposed to do? Like, wake up the fucking
Yes,
sleepy
we
boy?
had this exact conversation last week because if it did work that way, then they would have destroyed it already because that's their goal.
Right, okay.
I don't know how to destroy powerful magic items, but I assume it's possible.
I mean, depending on whether or not it's an artifact or not, it could be more or less feasible.
Seems like a strange distinction, but
Well, I mean, I know that there's magic items and then there's magic items. Like, this thing was forged in the heart of darkness and can only be destroyed by dragon fire or the heart of a volcano or, bullshit like that.
right.
Or, it's just a magic thing, and if you whack it enough times, yeah, it's gonna crack and break eventually. It's just there's different levels to those things.
I would guess this is probably closer to the former.
Well, I mean, they did manage to split it in two.
True.
It's clearly not indestructible, or indivisible at least.
We don't have to make any decisions today, but that thought does continue to ring in my head.
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone deserves this necklace.
I don't disagree.
Dagrim
But no-
returns.
Oh,
I know someone who would be very good with that necklace.
Yes, Dagrim.
Yes, I'm sure. Marco would love it.
Getting it off plane.
Dagrim, incidentally, if we do get this necklace, can we trust you not to take it from us? And then immediately banish yourself back home.
It is not my goal.
But think of the souls you could unleash on this plane by killing everyone.
Oh, when you put it like that.
I mean, you're making a tempting offer, obviously.
It's not an
but,
offer.
I mean, I
It's a prediction.
I didn't really think about it that much, but I mean,
Well, isn't Markle's objective to continue collecting souls indefinitely?
it's
I mean,
true. Yes, it
if
would.
you,
it
if
would
you
be
wipe out a plane, then there's no more souls coming out of that plane. You gotta go find a new one. It's gotta start all
people
over.
do need to live to be able to produce more souls.
I bailed us out of that one. You owe me, Rez.
Fair.
The wizard is right. Keeping the plane alive is a worthwhile endeavor.
It's like keeping an orchard.
Exactly.
You don't chop down the whole tree to get the apples. You pick them and then you let the tree do its thing.
It's a depressing way to look at our lives, but you're technically correct.
I mean, I'm trying to put myself in the shoes of an all-powerful soul-gathering god.
Yeah, you'd probably
Best.
get along with him.
I mean, maybe. I don't know the guy. Maybe he's a fucking nerd.
I wouldn't say that. Last person that said that, he got his soul ripped from his spine. You ever see his
I
soul
would've
ripped from
put
his
it down.
spine?
Dan
Merkel,
Dan doesn't
are
have
you
a
there?
spine.
It's me, Dan.
Dan's pretty spineless.
True. I had that removed
In 82.
6 years ago.
In 32.
Well, it should probably be the afternoon now.
Yeah, I'd say eventually morning does pass.
Yeah.
You guys are chit-chatting.
Dan
And-
will busy himself with tinkering and magic shit.
1
I
o'clock
would-
would eventually roll around.
And I would assist Rosie with her gun.
Thank you.
Bang, bang, shoot, shoot. Make it better.
Be like, I don't know how this works, but I'm gonna put my magic hands on it.
Isn't it like
His creepy finger.
dispel magic?
Yes.
Oh, we're trying to get rid of the marks. on it.
Right.
Oh yeah, you're
Correct.
burning through spell slots. to
Make
do
it
that.
so-
We should
Police
hold off on
can't
this
find it.
until the end of the day then,
Fair point.
just to
True.
make sure that we have spell slots.
In case something terrible happens today.
It's not a time sensitive thing, it's just a spell slot
True.
intensive
Yeah.
thing. Okay, well, did we get a call or were we supposed to call them? I don't remember.
I would say Zare would come up to you all and he would say, well, it's a little after 1. Nick should have his phone free if you wanted to give him a call.
All right, everybody, gather around. We'll put it on speaker. I'll
Get-
flip the
get
phone over on the
FaceTime
receiver.
Yeah, so many birds.
What's the number?
And you would hear the dial tone would stop. And you can't really hear anything right away. Hey boss, it's us. Why don't you pick up? There speaks into the phone, and eventually you hear a little bit of shuffling before Idek's voice comes in. Yes, sir. What is it? What do you need?
Okay, that's 1 of 3. That's good. Hey, boss. It's the warehouse. Just wanted to call and check in with you. Make sure these are your guys that showed up on our couch and not a pack of strangers.
Yes, there's Zare. I'm sure he's already made his place a home, or made your place a home. for
has
himself.
made himself very comfortable.
Evelyn, I'm sure, is quiet as usual, and then Britt is as cheerful as ever.
Man, he got all your names. Good boss. Yeah, that's them.
What about
I remember the people worth remembering.
the other one?
Is Birdie in the room? Can she hear this phone call?
What, Sonny? Oh, good. Birdie made it there, too.
Do I detect a hint of tension between them?
I would say you detect the slightest hint of sarcasm in there.
Okay.
Slightest hint.
Okay. That was a personable dig. That was not hostility. That's fair. Okay. All right. Well, good. That
Hi,
is reassuring. Oh yeah, Rosie's here.
Hello.
Hello,
It's over there in the corner.
Yeah, super faint.
Across the room, like through the banisters on the stairs. It's like the cat who like wants to be a part of things but won't enter the room. It's just like standing in the hallway watching everything happening.
She is somewhat cat-like.
Yeah, she is. Yeah. Anyways, all right. I didn't want to keep you too long. Just wanted to check in, make sure these were your boys and girl. Girls. Excuse me. Do we have anything else to run by him?
I mean, not really. Nothing worth talking
All right.
about over the phone.
I think that's everything then for now.
Very good. When are you planning on visiting their place?
Their place.
Gonna have to be more specific.
I suppose this is a secure line. When are you planning to attack?
Right. This is about the Dark Elf Syndicate address that you gave us a long time ago? Or this is about
the conversation with
I thought this was going to the cave to go kill a dragon.
You hear a finger snap over there. Yes.
Right. Yeah, that. There's been some developments on that front. We did some poking around down in the undersea, and had a conversation with their Don. May have brokered a tenuous alliance. They have a submarine, which is pretty cool.
You're sure they aren't under the influence of our friends?
Relatively, they could be. I mean, I don't know. It didn't seem like they were. The way they talked about it, they said that there had been a schism in their organization, and half their boys had gotten enthralled.
Right. It'd be weird if they were under the influence.
Yeah, it's an odd play.
Even so, it's good to be cautious.
Oh no, for sure. I am 100% expecting a double cross over the course of this operation.
We have done some research in the past with your friends, and are familiar with the Thrall.
Yep.
They can retain quite a bit of personality.
Okay. I mean, they could be enthralled. I don't know. Is there a way to break that? Do you know if there's a way through that, or are they just kind of stuck?
Usually that involves an expensive spell or two to restore them back. Even then, it can be a bit of a waste.
Well, this is the pitch they gave us, right? We team up with their boys. We go hit this hideout. We get the necklace back. They are very intent on getting the spell in the necklace. which seems like a bad idea, but, we played
Yes.
nice for the time being. Fully expecting a double cross once we have the necklace so that they can take it back for themselves. We were toying with the idea of maybe trying to bait somebody else into doing the dirty work for us. Maybe spread some rumors that, hey, there's some hot loot in a dragon cave, aspiring adventurers, wealth and glory await, blah, blah, blah. And just kind of, wait for somebody to, take the bait. And then after they've, run the gauntlet for us, we can kind of swoop in and clean up after them. Get the necklace real easy. Does that sound like a feasible play to you in your experience? You've been doing this for a while.
Well, I can see two potential problems. One, the group in the submarine may just be leading you to a trap, if they are thralled.
Sure.
Or, getting more hands isn't always necessarily the best thing. Sometimes you can have too many hands in a pie. More hands can cause more issues, is the long and short.
Not what I was hoping to hear. Alright. Okay. I'm hearing you.
It's just what I've dealt with in the past.
Sure. No, I mean that's good to take under advisement for sure. Thank you. So, I guess we'll go back to the drawing table with this one. We'll keep kicking it around. But that's where we're at right now. We got access to a submarine. Dark Elves kind of playing nice for now. And just waiting to get this necklace. Getting ready for it.
I would say the most likely suggestion I would have for you is ensure that they are not thralls. Then I think the rest of your plan can go. At least with the submarine plan.
How would we do that?
There are ways. The more forceful way that might show your hand a bit early. You still have those pills that I gave you.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Probably.
You can get one of them to take it. That would prove whether or not they are, or prove they are not thralls.
Might be a hard sell.
Yes. Otherwise, there are magics, or if you could kidnap one and kill them, that would be another way of finding out via a dissection of their brain. But there are magical ways, but those are... Either way is not the easiest. No way really is easiest. But there are ways.
Got it.
I'd say if you can ensure you're not just being set up to be brought to a trap, that option seems the most fruitful.
We'll put that to the top of the list of things to do.
Yep. See what we can come up with.
Anything else? Anyone?
Not off the top of my head.
I'll hang up the phone.
Take good care of Bertie.
Oh.
Oh, well, we missed that.
On the other side of the phone, I was just like, take good care. Hello? Okay.
I mean, we need to go back to the docks.
Well, they
Elbows
should be
back.
coming to us eventually, right? I mean, they have our address.
Yeah, but wouldn't that be cutting it a little close? Wouldn't it be good to figure this out early so we can...
I mean, we could figure this out on home turf versus, a mile, 3 miles underground. If shit goes sideways, we are going to have a hard time getting up out of there.
I'm inclined to agree with Dan. It's easier if we get attacked here than down there.
Didn't you say you had a way out of there?
I do, but it's not like it's a, oh, this is going to be easy. It's like, oh, let me turn into a bird and fly for a fucking hour.
Oh. Yeah, that might not be as easy.
It's less of a sure thing.
I seem to very much be emphasizing making sure they weren't enthralled.
Yeah, that's a fair point. I didn't get the sense that they really were, though.
I didn't either. It would be very strange if they were, but it's not impossible, I guess.
I mean, how would you tell?
I would ask Rez if they seems off. She's got the insight.
You know,
I
I didn't
have
have
insight.
the foresight to roll insight. At least not on that topic.
I have a +8 to insight.
No, why didn't you say so?
Because that my
Did they
character
seem
wouldn't-
enthralled to you while we were talking to them?
Yes,
I
Dagrim.
didn't. I wasn't there to. I wasn't checking.
Neither was I.
Nor would I know what to look for.
I assumed if they were enthralled, they'd be trying to shove worms in our eyes or whatever they do.
No, I mean,
That was kind of their MO last time we tangled.
Exactly.
perhaps they see use in us.
Yeah, we're offering to go get this fucking thing for them.
Perhaps they see use in us as in take us to some cave in the middle of nowhere and then worm us when we're at the cave, and then we are powerful allies that are forced to work with them.
That plausible.
Yep.
I mean, we've shown our power. We killed some of their men. It was a bit of a fight, but we could have taken more.
I was still bombed up. I could have torched a handful of more. Okay. I think for the time being, we're probably just kind of gathering resources and waiting to hear from these Dark Elf guys. So you know what? Let me send to the consigliere guy. What was his name?
Eidik?
No, the Dark Elf guy.
Brick.
Was it Brick?
That was the name that he went by.
Okay, yeah. I'll send to Brick.
Because he's a brick.
Ow. And I'll say, hey, buddy. We're getting our gear together, making a plan. Can we expect to hear from you guys? You guys coming to visit? What's the plan?
You hear a mental sigh in response.
They'll put upon.
Getting the sub ready. Should be a week or two. We'll let you know.
Okay. I'll be honest. I don't feel like a thrall would be this exasperated.
He just wants you to think he's exasperated.
Maybe. I don't know. Anyways, they're getting the sub ready. It'll be like a couple weeks. We got some time.
Apparently. Truthfully, I don't feel particularly confident in where we sit in regards to planning. This doesn't feel well thought out.
Yes, I don't want to be in the clutches of any ancient dragon or anything like that. I feel like that's a death sentence.
Probably.
Yeah, we could fight them on the sub. Take the sub. Take a long rest in the sub. And then go for the dragon fresh on our own.
Do you want to fight the dragon?
I don't want to fight the dragon,
Neither
but
do I.
I feel like I'm getting I'm sensing some reservations about bringing these dark elf guys in on it. Idic's like, oh, they're going to be enthralled, and y'all don't seem super jazzed on it either. So, I'm pitching alternatives.
So
I-
let me.
Before we continue this,
yeah.
this is important.
What's up?
Could we have the DM just sort of clarify exactly what we would be going to do on this submarine?
The plan was, last spoken from the Dark Elf Syndicate.
The last we heard.
Yes, was go into the sub. They know where the hideout is for the Mind Flayers. Go in there, get the necklace.
And then
That
what?
was more or less what the plan was.
Wait, what was the
You cut out
and
for a
then
second,
what?
and then what?
Oh, dang it. That was more or less what the plan was go in there with the sub because they know where the hideout is, get the necklace, get out.
Okay.
So
So they just have to
just-
completely rely on strangers that want to.
Just a
Yeah.
quick, easy, simple extraction. No worries whatsoever.
we just have to trust them that they're not enthralled and they're not going, because part of their syndicate is working for said dragon, correct?
The Mind Flayers have a deal
Mind
with the
Flayers.
dragon.
For reference, you guys do not know anything about the dragon. This is all speculation as far as that goes.
As far as we know, the Mind Flayers
Yes.
have a deal with the dragon to guard
Yes.
their base.
I'm just stating the facts on what you do know definitively.
Right.
Um,
Appreciated.
And then, yeah, you know that they have had a deal with a dragon. And yeah, the Mind Flayers have the other half of the necklace.
I'm having a hard time picturing a scenario where we don't just die.
Yeah. Honest to God.
We're either putting our faith in the Dark Elves, or we're trying to forge our own path.
What if we send in the new crew?
I did pitch that at one point last time.
And we do have these guys here. They're here to help.
Yeah, they could go in for us
They're just like
And-
standing right over there
and
listening.
test
Guys, we just
the
don't-
waters.
No, that's fucked up. You can't just. No.
We ain't doing your job for you.
Isn't
What are
that-
you here for?
Yeah,
isn't
what
that
are you
the
here
point
for?
of you're being here?
We're not just gonna do your entire job.
You're here to help,
I
though, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so
We ain't
you're
just
here to
gonna
help.
do all your work.
Well,
It's
look,
not doing all
Mr.
of our work.
Mr. Rogue
Certainly
guy.
sounds like that's how you're
While
trying to
you're
put
doing that, we'll be doing other very important top-level stuff.
it. Like making sure your toes are full of soot.
I don't know what that
What?
means.
What does that mean?
Sort of phrase.
Your
from-
toes.
That sounds like a tiefling thing.
That's
Also,
unappealing.
I'd like
It's
to
from
say.
Utica.
I'd like to say I'm against this plan of sending them by themselves because that just seems fucked up. Anyways, please continue.
That feels like squandering a valuable resource. I'll second that.
There'll be more.
Rez,
Sorry.
stop it.
I like how you think, Rez.
Dagrim, stop it. These are friends,
Okay.
not people to murder. Okay.
So if we're not
Look at
sending,
you coming around.
Well,
okay,
Takes
if
a
we're,
few
if
steps
we're not
back.
sending ourselves and we're not sending the fodder, then what the hell
said
are we
don't
we
refer
doing?
to them as fodder.
I haven't
we-
I haven't grown attached to them yet.
They're people. Just say the people, at least.
What did you
You
call
know-
me?
You're a
You know
father.
who isn't people? Bean.
No. Don't you dare touch my cat.
We
You
could
leave
send
my
Bean.
bean alone. Leave my bean alone.
It's his choice, damn it.
And Bean says no.
You throw some cat treats into the submarine.
He made his
No.
choice. He loves water.
Cats love water. Okay, but this does highlight the problem I keep seeing, which is we've no plan.
No, yes, there is definitely like a plan or moving forward. It seems like the only step forward is a suicide mission.
Exactly.
I mean,
Just think about us trying to infiltrate that apartment complex.
well,
we
we have
can't-
help. When we know where they are underground, we could just go kill the Devil Syndicate and take their submarine and get the information we need.
The Dark
make
Elf
more.
Syndicate.
Yeah, to make more advised decisions.
I don't hate that. I don't think it'll be easy,
What?
but it would probably guarantee our safety.
Wouldn't that require us fighting the Dawn,
Yeah. It would.
of which would be almost as bad as fighting a dragon?
I don't think we have to fight a dragon if we do the submarine thing right. I doubt the
I
dragon
look at
is
myself
underwater.
and I'm like, I hope you don't expect stealth out of me.
We'll get you some boots.
I'm fully attuned.
They don't require
They don't
attunement.
require attunement.
I have. Are they adamantine boots?
I don't have
They're
a good answer for that.
Boots of elven kind.
And the
ahead.
thing is, we don't know what this lair looks like,
Nope.
which is a problem.
Yep.
And the Dark Elf Syndicate has said that they do. And they know where it's at.
Yeah, I mean, I think we can think on it. I think we have some time to like just accrue resources and supplies over the next couple of weeks before we need to like have a.
I'll ask
Well, us, the characters, do. The players do not.
Well, the characters have a couple of weeks. Yeah,
Um,
I'm just saying, if we advance the clock, we might get more information out of the Dark Elves at that point. Once the
That's
reporter
not
is
possible.
ready.
True.
You don't think so?
No, I'm just joking.
Or they might pressure the submarine might show up and they'll be like, hop in.
Somebody's gonna show up at our fucking warehouse door.
Yeah,
Both
it'll
outside.
be like a sewer grating opens up.
Yeah. Well, you
Hop
coming or
in.
not? We're doing this?
You
can
gotta
I
beat the
ask?
5 o'clock rush.
I'd like to ask the people that are supposed to be helping us what they think.
You know what? That's a good point.
DM,
Potter?
show us the way.
DM, plan for us.
Uh-huh.
Hey, they're here to help. If they're not gonna suicide for us, they better at least
That's
help
what
us
I'm trying
plan.
to say.
What do you even do?
Zare pipes up. Well, being the smartest of the three.
Mm-hmm.
That's a claim.
What do the others look like when he says that? Is there like a scowl?
You would see Ovlin. He doesn't move much, but you see his hand clench, and you just see his middle finger pull out, and Britt just kind of gives him a little head turn as she looks at him. Like, excuse me. Honestly, as you guys said that, at least from IDOC's report, that you found a ship, right?
Yeah, some kind of it's like a sub thing.
Okay,
We
so
found a ship?
maybe for player characters or for players, back when you guys infiltrated the apartment of many doors,
Okay,
you did end up going into
we
Mind
did
Flayer.
go into a ship at
Place,
that point.
yes.
Yes. Okay.
I doubt that's the actual layout, but I bet if you went in there again, you'll find something.
I have my
I thought
doubts that
had
they left it.
sealed. Yeah.
Kind of a weak, kind of a flaw in their infrastructure if they just left it there, but I guess it's not impossible.
I got a report here that they were. Wait. I mean, If that apartment's still up, could be worth checking out, see if anything's there.
Also, for the record, and part of why I'm so hesitant about all of this, we got about 2 rooms into that place before Dan noticed a massive horde of them chasing us down.
Well, Zare just
Thankfully,
gestures between
he
him and
noticed them
his
before they got
compatriots.
to us.
I mean, made sense for you fucking tail then, but now you got us
True.
We could send you in.
Yes.
with you guys.
Stop! My God, we're supposed to be working together. Why is this so difficult for you
He's
two?
a
Can we
rogue.
please just work with them? She's just like panicking again.
Why don't you work with Gertie or Birdie in the kitchen?
Ooh. I get popped
Now
out.
we've come full circle.
I gotta go.
Good one, Dagrim.
Thanks.
Why do you have to be such a creepo? You weirdo!
That is a good question, actually.
Stupid soul-sucking nastiness.
Maybe we should
and
just get all our dirty laundry out right now.
crying room weirdo.
Hey, I just
Rosie, are you
find
okay?
it appealing.
I'm fine.
Birdie, could you make some popcorn?
Jesus.
Already on it, sweetie.
Thank you.
Rosie, you want to help her out?
Would you like some kettle corn too?
No.
I'd rather have one over the other.
I'm making both, don't worry.
Not literally. That was me, not Dagrim. But
Dagrim does not eat either kettle corn or popcorn.
I mean,
He's made that very clear.
The way I see it, outbursts aside, you can get in there, even if we do get, even if we do got a tuck tail as well, got more eyes, might be able to find something y'all did in the first round. Or hey, maybe if we take over the place, then we got a ship. Then we can go find these guys and blow them up with the ship.
I would not say no to having a ship.
I mean, it may be one of them freaky tentacle things that you gotta put a tentacle in you just to do anything with, but I don't know how those things
I
work.
don't think any of us have a tentacle to do that with.
I mean, I don't really have anything to connect it to, but I'm not opposed to trying if nobody else is feeling it.
but we should definitely do it tomorrow when I have my 4th level spell slot.
Touche.
Right?
It's like a 3-day drive, isn't it?
Oh. Right. It's not. Yes, that's true.
Yeah,
I can
it's a
sleep in the
trip.
car.
Wait, I thought you said that one was in the Ambient district.
Is it?
I don't know where anything is.
There's no
If
map.
only someone
There's some
mapped
kind
this
of
place.
map we could look at.
I don't know. We just
Maps are
we just-
hard. I would say for the players, there are 2 places that you know of. Only one place that I know that you guys have directly mentioned to Ida, and that is what Zare is referencing, was the one that you went to in the Ambia district. That's where you took the blimp.
That's where
Flying
the
down there.
magical complex was, I assume, then.
Yes. There
Okay.
was also another apartment complex that you guys gave up on because you saw what you thought was a vampire in the window. But
And we wanted to work with vampires for a little bit.
at the same time, that's also what you saw in the one in the Ambia district, the same person as well.
Right.
Yeah, we still haven't really followed up on that income stream, have we?
No. I think there's other stuff that's popped up.
We've been busy.
Yeah. Anyways,
So yeah, I would say you do know of 2 potential places that these guys are in. One of them in the Ambia district and the other one in the Ventura district, which has yet to be.
The Ventura one is further, I would take it. Or is that
I mean,
closer?
right now, you guys are in the Ventura district. It would be quicker to get
Wait.
there than it would be in the Ambia.
So the apartment complex we explored was in the Ambia district, which is a 3-day drive?
No, the Ambia district was a 2-week fly on the blimp because you were in the Ventura
Ooh.
district.
So we can't go there.
So that's probably not going to be
in a timely
off the
fashion.
table.
Yeah.
But we
Well,
only
if
have
they're
2
gonna
weeks
come
till
and
the
see us.
submarine shows up.
Yeah. So
I
Go to the-
mean, it's something to do in the short term. that could give us a back door.
Yeah. I mean,
I would say if you're looking for something quick and close, that would be the Ventura District one that you have not investigated. Otherwise, if you want to go for a known thing, that would be the Ambia District, but it is far.
Well, then, I think we should investigate that close one, then. I mean, it's the only lead.
Basically.
yeah, basically.
It feels like the right way to get at least a little more information or context. Give us something to work with.
And, is it Gertie or Birdie?
Birdie.
Birdie.
I will put it in character, or in references. Oh, wait, no, I have it in references.
While we're out and about, would you mind going and looking up information on mind flayers and enthrallment?
I could do some light reading on it.
Because it'd be good to have someone with knowledge, the exact knowledge of it.
Yeah, whatever you can dig up would be of value, Birdie. We'd appreciate it.
She gives you a wink. I'll see what I can find. These.
Great. Well, tomorrow we'll go to the apartment, see what we see.
Okay.
Something to do.
Anybody have anything else they'd like to?
Dan will work on magic items.
I will use 3 spell slots to dispel magic.
Also that, yes.
All right.
I'll because there's some spellcasters with the sorcerer, right?
Do they have
Yes.
dispel magic, though?
I will very awkwardly ask him to see if he can help me.
Let's see, what spells does he? You ask him to help with it, and he just looks at it and puts his thumb down and shakes his head no.
She will nod her head, and I think Rosie will probably disappear for the rest of the day.
All right.
Oh, I guess I can't help her with the thing. I was gonna help, but she disappeared.
I give Dan the gun, and Rosie disappears.
Is Rosie not going to work on her own gun?
I can't. I don't have dispel magic.
Yeah, this isn't
the
working on a
dispelling
project. This is just dispelling things.
Okay.
All right, Dan, let's do it.
All right. Dispel. All right.
Sim salabim.
How many runes are left?
So that's 6 from the two of us working together. So
Yeah, there was a total of I believe it was 6 runes, and each rune had to have spell magic cast on it twice, so a total of 12 or a total of 12 dispel magics.
And how many were cast on it the day before?
I believe just 3, because that's all you guys had prepared at the time.
Okay, so just
Would be total.
3 more.
Rez would challenge Ovlin, Britt, and Zer each individually to ping pong.
Ooh. All right.
Careful, she's got a nasty backhand.
Let's see. For rolling
I
for
just have a nasty
that.
hand.
Is it left or right?
Right.
Yeah, gotta watch out for that. That'd be funny if Rez is left-handed. Like I
feel like
I'm
that would-
really buff, but I can't do anything with it.
I feel like that would probably be. I want to say athletics, but I don't. I feel like athletics and sleight of hand would probably fit for ping pong.
I feel like athletics makes sense.
Because it's a sport.
Yes.
DM, can I have proficiency in ping pong?
Did you play it when you were a kid?
No.
did the
But
dragon
you can
play
get
when they were a
proficient-
kid?
We've been doing this for months now. We've had
Rajarn
this
is
table.
ping pong champion.
Rajarn played ping pong for 1,000 years.
He also had a much bigger hand, and getting
That's
some counts that.
That's actually how he got his cult together. He started a ping pong league in Faerun, or Avon.
I would say I would give you advantage, but I'm not going to give you proficiency.
Okay.
You gotta play it more.
Proficiency with a ping pong paddle. No. Alright, I'll take advantage.
It takes years for those men to harness the
Oh yeah,
sword.
I guess I didn't say I challenged Birdie. I'm scared to challenge Birdie.
I say good luck, and I cast guidance.
Thank you. I hope this game lasts less than a minute.
It should, with your skills.
Alright, who's first? who's up?
Probably Brit. A bit more of the outgoing sort.
Okay. Ready,
So
Brit?
yeah, it would be athletics.
Not too bad. 21 total.
Let's see. Athletics. That's pretty close. She got a 20.
Close game.
So this is a very close.
Well, that
game.
means Rez gets the first point. Goes to
Roll for the
11.
games.
Let's just do first to 3. Give me 2 more d20s.
That'll be 4 more for me, but yeah.
Oh yeah.
Alright, 22 for the second, and 19 for the third.
Okay.
Consistent.
So Brit would lose the. Oh wait, no, other way around. She would win the second one. She got a 24, but she would lose the second or the third one.
Not bad.
I played a little bit.
I can tell. There's some things I could teach you. Next.
I'll have some time. As she passes it to Ovalin, who just kind of fumbles with the ping pong paddle and almost drops it. So yeah, 3d20.
Oh boy.
So 60-20.
Poor guy. First one's a 27.
30,
Right.
72.
Easily beat.
Second one, terrible. 15.
He's got a -1 to acrobatics, so that makes it a 14.
Well, it's athletics.
Or athletics, excuse me, 14. It makes it a 14 either way.
Oh, okay.
So he loses that one. That one was closer, but yeah.
Pathetic. Get out of my sight.
Oof. Jesus.
I take this seriously, okay?
You can tell he wants to say something, but he doesn't. He just walks away. And then Zare comes up. Need some rolls.
Only one I'm nervous about. Ooh. 25.
Oh, he got a nat 20 for the first one.
Fuck.
What's his total?
Silvery barbs.
Are you about to silvery barbs this?
I might be.
Dan, we're dispelling magic.
I mean, we're all in the main warehouse area. Probably.
It's a reaction, motherfucker. It doesn't take any effort.
That would actually be hilarious.
So, he's also not athletics. That brings it to a 19.
He still
-1.
fails.
Oh.
He doesn't need. She's got this.
If you look over and it's very close, and suddenly Rez clutches it out.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Alright.
Next game.
I rolled so many goddamn 12s. That's a 20 total.
Okay. And then you get him in that one as well.
Oh wait, 19 total actually. That's a +7.
I mean, that still beats him out.
Oh.
And he looks a little sore and he says, "This was Egyptian rat slap. I'd have you beat."
I don't know what that is, but I want to try it now.
It's a foreign game. Came from my parents.
My parents.
Teach me.
And he sits down at the ping pong table. His face is still a bit red and pulls out a deck of cards. And he teaches you Egyptian rat weapons exactly like the American Egyptian rat, where you got to use your hands. And this will be a sleight of
would
hand.
do very good at this.
That is not a good choice to face Rez.
So we're supposed
Or
to
sleight of
smack
hand?
our hand down, right?
Yeah, but you got to be quick.
Okay.
Use stunning strike.
Honestly,
Stunning slap.
when I slapped out his hand, stunning strike.
If you miss it, but go for his funny bone.
Jesus.
All right, so this one will be a sleight of hand if you do want to try that.
That's fair. Sure, I'll give it a game.
All right, give me a d20.
You're really right. Rolling right in the middle of the pack tonight. That's not great. 14.
All right, he got a 31. So it's like
Wait,
before
I thought you
your
said we
hand.
weren't doing sandwiches.
What are you talking about? Sandwich is the meat of the game.
Seems cheap. I don't like this game.
Sounds like to me someone just mad they lost.
1v1 me again, motherfucker. Ping pong. Let's go. Final destination, no items.
Okay, so yeah, I would imagine you guys would probably play some games throughout the day, and yeah, day would eventually pass. Night would come, and Birdie would be seen cooking you all up some dinner. Any other plans for the night, or do we just want to skip to the morning?
I mean, Dan will spend the rest of the day after dispelling Rosie's gun, finishing up another Vortex Warp scroll.
Okay.
And I think he will check in on Rosie since she's been scarce all day and give her back her gun just to make sure she's armed.
Okay.
Rosie's still.
Hello? Hey, you in here?
Yeah.
Put my hands through the door frame, put the gun in one of them. Coming in, all right?
Are you gonna shoot me?
No, you can see my hands. I'm coming in.
Oh,
I'll step into the room.
okay.
We finished with your gun. It's got like a couple more on them, but
What do you have there? A gun.
Oh. You
what you been up to in here?
reading?
Rose is getting her ass kicked right now in Rat Slap.
Damn it.
You gonna watch?
I got to a good part of my book.
Okay, yeah, sure. Well, just figured I'd let you know. I think Birdie's working on dinner. So, got any requests, make them known now. Otherwise, guess we'll, see you for dinner.
Sure.
All right.
Good talk.
Good talk.
Good talk. Daniel, get back downstairs.
Rosie does not show up for dinner.
Oof.
Well,
I think at a certain point in the evening, probably after dinner, then Rose would be like, to Dan, just be like, where the fuck is Rosie?
I assume she's still reading.
You know what's going on with her? She's been weird.
Yeah, I think it's the crowd. If I'm being honest. Honestly, kind of reminds me of when we first fucking Shanghaied her into this whole thing. Remember that? She was a fucking wreck.
Excuse me, what is Shanghai?
I don't know. I heard some spacer talking about it. It's fucking, force somebody into, joining your crew.
It's a very weird word. It's not
I
from
mean,
any of the languages I know.
No, I mean, I guess it's named after a place called Shanghai where they did a lot, but yeah, no, I mean, it's just like we
It was a beautiful little island.
Have you been?
I feel like we've got
While back.
topic.
It's gone now.
Oh. Well, that's not foreboding at all.
Summer of 2033. Big old snake-like lizard.
I never know if she's telling the truth.
I have an uncomfortable feeling she might be.
Is she the reason it doesn't exist anymore?
That's what I'm wondering.
Is she a snake lizard?
Be a cool twist. Is there anything we can
I
do
wouldn't
to
take out that pretty island.
fix this whole Rosie thing?
I mean, I think it's just going to be a matter of time. Not sure we really did anything for her to get cool with us, except just keep her around. So
Keep her traumatized.
eventually she'll grow numb to it.
I'm just wondering if it's going to be like... It wasn't exactly a quick process to get Rosie to the point she's at.
Yeah, that's fair. But I think
I do know one thing that will help her. Some of this lasagna. And Birdie finishes up setting up a plate for her, and you see her hands rhythmically wash around the plate as it disappears. And Rosie, you suddenly have a plate of lasagna on your desk.
She pushes it away.
Into the garbage can.
She needs to eat more. She's skin and bones.
Not
Wow.
her ass.
beat me to it. Well, yeah, basically. I don't know. I think we just kind of gotta wait it out. Honestly, I mean, either she gets used to it, or we'll have to have a little come to Fortuna moment.
Well, you know how to deal with people better than I do. I'll trust your judgment.
You charismatic son of a bitch.
I had too many siblings as a kid.
Alright. Bedtime.
Man,
For bedtime, let's take a very quick break because I do have to pee.
Okay.
And this probably would be the best point for it. So do a quick, 5-minute break or so.
Push and break. Alright, Stu's back.
Straight back. Let's do it.
Let's do something.
So,
Let's
Let's
run
see.
over.
in the morning, morning would eventually come. Rosie, do you try and beat Birdie again to make
Yes.
breakfast? Give me a d20.
Nope.
What'd you roll? Because I rolled 2.
Five.
So whoever's roll is higher. Wait, you got a 5
Rosie.
again?
I rolled
He's
a
lucky.
2 and a 4.
Take my
This
inspiration.
is what Lucky's for.
I have this inspiration. I'm not using it.
Are you sure?
Oh yeah, you're fully chambered for another one, aren't you?
Yep, I'm fully ready for another. Take my inspiration.
Okay.
You think of Dagrim and you're like, I can do this.
And you wake up in a cold sweat way earlier than your alarm.
You're like, I should make
I have a
food.
nightmare about Dagrim.
17.
All right, yeah, that beats Birdie's. Something has compelled you awake earlier than usual.
Merkel has reached out to you, thanking you.
It's an uncomfortable, cold feeling. But something has awoken you earlier. You peek out. Everybody's still asleep.
I will go in the kitchen and make myself food.
Oh,
Wait, you just make yourself food?
Well, I don't know. I feel like Rosie feels uncomfortable now.
Like,
no
doesn't
one's
want to fuck with Birdie.
What?
It's like she doesn't want to fuck with Birdie.
Yeah, basically.
This is Birdie's turf.
Neither do I.
I would say, eventually, as you making your breakfast, about 3/4 of the way till you're fully done, you would hear shuffling down the hallway as Birdie rounds. Oh, good morning, Derry.
Morning.
How did you like the lasagna?
It was really good.
Deception check.
Deception.
Is it a lie? Is it a lie?
Did she eat some? Did she touch it?
10.
Ooh.
It's a good roll.
Well, Birdie has a plus 16. She comes out of her ancient dragon form.
Birdie casts Power Word Stun on Rosie.
You will eat my breakfast. Ah.
Now, dearie, I know what you're going through. There's a bunch of new people, and it's getting you all in a tizzy. I've been there. I've done it many times. We're not here to try and replace you or get rid of you. We're just here to help.
Hmm.
However you choose to take it, that will be fine. But just don't lie to me.
Okay. She'll like have had a plate of food in her hand, and she'll just like put it on the table and go away.
Now, come eat your food. You just made it. She
No.
hands you your plate.
Nope, she walked away.
Okay. I would say wherever you end up going, the plate will appear at a desk nearby.
Terrifying.
Where's Bean?
Following Rosie around.
You have a very nice kitty cat.
Oh, did she just follow her to her room?
No, I'd just say, like, as you walk away,
Birdie appears in the
she would
closet.
say that.
You have a lovely meow. Excuse me. Leaves through the door.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
I would say she would. She would say that as you're leaving, but otherwise, yeah, she would let you be. Otherwise, as the morning goes through, eventually you guys would wake up once again to the smell of food being prepared. And as everybody starts...
Sketched.
Ooh.
What happened?
I sketched
Ooh, oh
Dagrim.
boy.
He looks
Oh, boy.
God.
He looks amazing.
This is what Rosie woke up to.
That's terrifying. That's actually terrifying.
His eyes are so sunken.
It's from staring at all that paint.
I will
mean-
say, his hair might be a little patchier than that, but
Really?
yeah.
Okay.
He's not good looking.
I did not want to go full Gollum, but I can.
He's got charisma of 10.
That's
That's
normal.
higher than mine.
Not this.
I know, it's actually common. He's surprisingly good in charismatic situations despite his actual looks.
Yeah.
He's the most reasonable zombie man you've ever met.
I don't want your brains. Gross. I just want your soul.
You're not using it anyways.
So yeah, I would say everybody does eventually wake up. Birdie heads to, or not Birdie, Britt heads to the front door and grabs the newspaper and starts reading it. As you guys all sit down for breakfast.
I could get used to this.
Rosie did this for you every day. What do you mean?
Oh,
You're
hey,
not
Rosie.
here.
Hurtful.
Hey, wait a second. This sounds similar. She puts the newspaper. Britt puts the newspaper down, and it's got a headline article stating that one of the Adams family members has gone missing, presumed dead. This being the Ava Adams. And further in the article, witnesses claim that a Warforged shot lightning, and there was other reports of a floating armored man as part of the headline article.
You're famous, Dan. And Dagrim.
Good thing I don't float.
It's hovering.
I got a new face just in time.
Oh, the game
So that was you?
officially-
I can neither confirm nor deny that.
I mean, hey, I'm not gonna go backstabbing you. I got a hammer. I can't really stab.
I get it.
Valid.
Good one.
Look, you're in safe company. We're not gonna just turn you in.
Well, I would hope not.
It wouldn't go well for you if you did.
I prefer not to think about it. Thing I'm interested in here is right here. And she points to another headline under that one, stating that goblin-related has gone down drastically.
Goblin-related crime?
Yes.
Goblin, like crime against goblins or goblins committing crimes?
Goblins committing crime.
It doesn't say.
It's just
Huh.
those words.
What do you think's getting all the goblins riled up? Or not riled up, I guess.
You think Bruno's going straight?
Or he started
that?
the Goblin Mafia.
Wait. I think I just connected a dot.
No, you didn't.
Rungo?
Nope.
Bruno?
Nope.
Completely different. It's a coincidence.
We work with a lot of goblins.
Zare pipes up from above the rafters again. Wait, I heard about a Bruno.
No.
These all the same people?
No. You guys are really grasping at straws here.
Frankly, it's a little racist.
Deception.
It is a little racist. Do I get advantage for that?
I'll cast guidance.
Huh?
Yeah, sure. Fuck it. Why not?
Yeah, that's good.
Nobody likes to be racist.
Yay, racism advantage.
With a D4.
Yeah, that's D4.
All right,
Dagrim gives you a butt pat.
+3.
Little goose.
Yeah. I mean, I rolled a 3 on the D4 and a 9 on the D20, which isn't great.
Plus the deception.
Plus deception, which is a 5.
Ooh.
So 17.
Zare, who got a nat 1, is like, yeah, it probably is a coincidence. But
And
Brit.
racist.
Brit, who got a 22 and has very good insight, says, now I think I know who it is.
No, you don't.
I connected the dot.
You don't know nothing.
We may be medieval party, but we're not racist.
Yeah, we don't align at racism.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I think he was great with what he did. Having all those identity names, it took me a while to finally connect the dot.
Don't tell anybody, alright?
Dan.
Look, I told you, you're in good company. I'm not gonna do anything.
Alright, you're sussing out a lot of secrets. You guys been here for what, 2 days?
They weren't very well guarded secrets.
I mean, I guess, but still.
Zare just is playing with his dagger and his things that I still don't believe it. I don't see the connection.
There's no way.
It's impossible. Well,
So what did happen to him? You said he went straight? Is something we're gonna have to worry about in the future?
I don't think so.
Went in different directions.
He had different plans than we did. That's all we really know.
Shame.
It happens.
killed,
in
like-
business.
Or you killed like a bunch of them orc mafia with nothing but a spoon. It'd be pretty hard to be able to do something like that.
Mention something about a daring escape. I don't remember all the details.
The daring escape where we had to do a giant favor for them or they'd kill us. I remember that.
Yeah, that was right before that.
I mean, it seems like it all worked out, didn't it?
I mean,
You're still here and they ain't chasing your ass.
for now.
Excuse me, Birdie. It's okay, sweetie. I've heard a few in my day.
Should we go investigate this apartment?
Yeah, we gonna do something today?
Hopefully.
Yeah, I mean, if we can make a stopover real quick, I wanted to run my Tomasettis. I forgot to yesterday.
What do you need to pick up?
Some protection, and scrolls.
I see.
Rick just slowly lowers her helmet over her face. Didn't need to know that, sweetie.
What'd they say?
I said Britt slowly lowers the helmet. She just said, "Didn't need to know that, sweetie." 'Cause Dan said, "Gonna need to get some protection."
At Tomasettis. Do you go to Tomasettis for condoms?
They do sell condoms.
Do they?
Zare pipes up. Oh yeah, they got magical ones.
I've never used one.
Yeah, they're enchanted with
I can
enlarged.
tell.
They have a super secret one. It's an adamantite.
Ooh,
Nothing's getting through that.
That
it'll
sounds
never break.
cold and uncomfortable.
Sounds like you wouldn't feel dick.
It's the giant
Sorry,
thimble.
Literally.
Fine, we'll stop at Tomasetti's.
Appreciate it. BM.
Yes.
Did I procure Elven Chain at Tomasetti's?
Elven chain.
Elven Chain?
Oh yeah, you should get boots of elven kind while we're here, Dagrim.
I mean, I don't know if they really go with the rest of my outfit, but
We can get him in black.
Can you wear medium armor?
You can wear it even if you are not proficient with it. That's the beauty of Elven Chain. You are
Wait,
considered
Elven Chain?
proficient with this armor, even if you lack proficiency with medium armor.
Oh, okay. Because I just saw the medium and was like, I don't know if you're proficient with this.
I'm not,
Okay.
but I can wear this.
Okay. Let's see.
Strikes me as odd that you're a metal man who has to put metal on to protect himself.
Well, it's not really like tempered armored steel. You know, this is it's lightweight casing for the most part
Why isn't it tempered armor steel?
because it'd be heavy.
Aren't you powered by magic or something?
Yeah, but I mean, it slows you down. And I think the thinking with most of them is like, all right, let's make them functional, let's make them efficient. If they want to fight, we can make them compatible with armor.
Most cities would have that available for 6K.
6K? Done.
Yeah.
Alright. So that's going to be down from 75 to 69.
And then Dagrim, if you did want boots of elven kind, that would run you 1,800.
1,800.
They're so cheap.
Okay, fine. How much platinum is that?
180?
Okay. Now I have 210 platinum on me.
Poor soul.
Magic items. Boots of Elden kind.
Boots of Elden Ring.
I'll slip them on, and I'll be pleasantly surprised at the comfort. Oh man, these are lovely.
Who knows what other pleasures you're missing out on?
Probably none. These are probably it.
That coming
This is
from,
as good as
from
it
Rez
gets.
is just silly. Alright. Any other items, or shall we continue?
We continue. Oh,
I was going to grab scrolls, but I'll send you a list.
So, if that's the case, you guys will probably climb in the car, and then your three compatriots. Zara would probably ask, "You want us to follow behind you, or meet you up somewhere?"
Alright, do you have a car?
I mean, we got transportation.
Yeah.
like
okay.
legs?
But we'll be there if you need us.
We'll tie 3 skateboards to the back of the car. Good luck.
Nah, we ain't doing that.
No, that'll look like a mob car.
Exactly.
That's like the opposite of a mob car. Yeah, we'll just give him an address and meet us there in half hour.
Alright.
And go to Tome Studies and then the place. Take a look.
What?
You guys get to the apartment. Rosie comes out of her room. Guys,
We would have collected Rosie.
Unless you had
You just
something
walk-
going on.
You just walk into the warehouse, your voice echoing, and you just see Birdie shuffling a broom around. Oh, hello, Derry.
hi.
Did they leave?
Yes,
Oh. Okay.
I know the address. You can travel with the boys if you want.
What?
Boys and girl.
Travel with the
They haven't
strangers.
left yet.
Rosie has to ride with the fucking NPC she's fucking scared of.
Oh, poor Rosie.
Come on.
That's amazing.
Don't worry, they don't bite.
Do it.
We need you, Rosie. You know we need you.
Maybe I can.
I promise they won't bother you. Trust me.
I could drive really, really quick, maybe. Yeah. Pay the taxi driver more money. She's just like thinking out loud of how to get out of this. I'm gonna go really, really fast.
You don't pay for it. We've got a car.
I feel like she's just like standing there, very uncomfortable.
My sweet hot mess, Rosie.
I think you're gonna have
The
to
ride's here. Do you want it or not? I promise
stay
they won't
with-
bother you.
You can stay with Birdie.
Okay. So, like, start shuffling very slowly towards the door. She'll like pick up Bean and just be like clutching Bean for dear life right now.
Small bean
Yeah.
or big bean?
Small Bean.
Okay.
Bean, you take good care of Rosie, all right? And then she shuffles out along with you to this very long, sleek-looking black car, and she taps at the window, and rolling it down. Sure enough, it has Britt, Zer, and Ovlin, and she just pulls Britt by the cloak, so her ear is closer to her mouth. Now, don't you be giving Rosie any trouble, okay? Okay. Britt doesn't say anything and just nods, gives a thumbs up, rolls up the window, and Zer opens up the back door on the car, the back passenger door.
Okay. Feel that. Hold Bean tighter. Get in the car. And just be against the doors. Far away as possible.
And yeah, as you get in, they just they give you a quick acknowledgement, like, hey, Rosie. And that's all
Hi.
they say for the entire trip.
What's the most embarrassing moment you've had since we've arrived?
This one.
And yeah, they leave you be. They give you plenty of personal space. But yes, eventually the trip doesn't last too long. It was only like to get to where you needed to be. And yeah, for the rest of the party, you would eventually see a little bit after you guys got to this apartment, you would see a car get parked off far the way down from the street, and Britt, Zer, Ovlin, and Rosie would pile out of the car and start walking down.
That look like a mob car to you guys?
Well.
Yep, definitely. That's one of ours.
Yeah. For a second, I thought it was a normal car.
Glancing at the apartment, do we still? I mean, do it look unchanged?
It still looks pretty similar to how you saw it.
Did we have to do anything special to get in this last time? I just remember a lot of illusions.
If I recall, we just went in the front door and it was just in one door and then through a few more. It was just kind of weird and windy.
Right.
Didn't we bomb the roof?
We did, and that tipped them off that we were coming, so they bailed.
Right.
Because we can't bring a bag of holding in or something.
Do we leave our bags of holding outside?
Probably.
Yeah.
We might have to use one of the fodder to keep them safe, guard them.
Britt, you're not sneaky.
Nope, sure ain't.
You're on guard duty.
You're on bag duty.
Oh, come on. I wanted to bash in some heads today.
Yeah, sorry.
She gets 8
Can we
bags
just
of
put them in the car?
Do you want people making off with our shit?
Nobody's gonna fuck with our car.
Yeah, especially if you're just standing there.
Exactly. It's settled.
Straight to the guys above.
Like, I'm sure we'll be right back, or we'll be gone for a long time.
If we don't
Yeah,
come
well,
back,
all the good stuff happens. She just grumpily grabs up the bags from you guys. Just stomps her way down to the car.
I'm gonna say, do you want me to wait instead?
you're a charismatic guy.
Are we going to be debating or
I mean,
tricking our way into the mind flare?
I don't think they're going to be able to trick them, but...
Oh, wait, are we going to fight?
Yeah,
There's
yes.
a high chance there's going to be fighting.
I was like,
No.
Matt doesn't want to participate in a fight?
I didn't know we were fighting. I thought we were just.
I don't know if we'll be fighting immediately, but there is a very good chance that something wants to kill us tonight.
There's definitely a possibility leading up to it here. A quick.
Okay, I'll never mind. I'm going in.
Later, Britt.
She doesn't respond. She just keeps stomping off to the car and just opens the door. You can hear the door slam shut from this distance.
I feel like Rosie's like kind of salty, and she'd just be like, "I could do it since I'm clearly forgettable."
That is not true. You're the Deathbringer. You're the treasured breath Deathbringer.
Y'all left me behind.
We called you and you didn't come down.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, we did.
Oh, we
100%.
definitely did.
Oh, you did.
I remember it
Oh,
clearly.
totally.
No, you
Rosie, you coming?
didn't. Deception
nothing.
check. Insight check on all of you
I
motherfuckers.
mean, technically, we didn't roleplay it, so anyone could be right. Maybe we did
True.
call and you legitimately didn't hear us.
Maybe you were in your book.
21.
24.
Let's just go with his.
No. I said insight check all of you.
Well, that's 3 actions.
I got a 2.
I'm gonna cast guidance on myself. You can't
Dear
tell.
God, please help me lie.
What is a 10 get me?
I know.
And it sounds
I got
like Rez rolled a 2.
2.
Yeah. You would definitely tell 2 of them definitely are being a bit sneaky with their words, at the very least.
Like, she'd just be like, if you're gonna lie to me, do it. Better job.
I can't.
Rosie, we were coordinating
stats don't
chat
allow it.
with the other
I
3,
physically
okay?
can't.
We forgot. It happens.
Mm-hmm. Good to know.
Rosie will remember this. Really does feel like one
Rosie
of those moments.
disapproved.
Yeah.
Baldur's Gate. Yeah.
Yep. Rosie disappeared very fucking heavily.
She'll get
Okay,
over it.
so, anyways, as you guys kind of look over the apartment, I would say you can't see from this distance. The text is a bit small, but there are several signs along the front door.
Alright.
Should we detect magic just to make sure there's no arcane traps waiting for us by the front door?
No bullshit. Yeah. Yeah, I'll give it a look. Dan will ritually cast detect magic.
Do it.
As you finish the detect magic ritual, you would see, and it would remind you, similarly to how the last apartment was, the entire first floor of this building lights up in a pale blue glow.
I do remember that. No, like glyphs of warding stand out on the walkway up though.
I would say the type of magic is abjuration.
Yeah, that tracks. Okay. So nothing immediately sketchy. Because I'm pretty sure that's what we saw last time we were here.
It
right?
is.
So. Does not look like there's anything additional here.
Oh wait, excuse me, not abjuration. I misread. It's evocation, but yes, this would be the same thing that you guys sensed last time, for what it's worth.
Okay.
Might as well pronounce our way in.
Yep. That's the
Yeah,
front
might as
doors.
well.
Okay.
Knock, knock.
Don't knock.
Oh, whoops.
We're just gonna go in.
Hello.
What do you need our help? So yeah, as you head up the stairs, you would be able to see the text clear. And yeah, just like the other apartment, it says, please keep any bags of holding or extra dimensional spaces away from the building.
Check.
Are just riddled on this door in various signs.
Try the handle.
Grab the handle. It's locked.
Damn. I guess we gotta come back later.
Whoa.
Oh, right, we have a guy for this.
He just rolls up his sleeves, flicks out his fingers. Yeah, you do.
Let's step 10 feet back.
He
What's he
explodes
gonna do?
immediately.
There's no way he can break that lock.
And he quickly pulls out like 2 pieces of metal and gets to the lock, sits down, and in just a few seconds, you hear a click as the door handle turns, pushes open the door. Open sesame.
Impressive.
All
Did
right.
he even roll?
He did. He got a 30.
That's why we keep you around.
Good for something.
All right, Asterion, get to the back
Got
of
the
the party.
magic hand.
You did the thing you do. Come on. Okay.
I can do more than that with these hands.
Okay, easy, buddy. We're at work.
You have to talk to HR.
And as you guys enter into the hallway, just like before, this is feeling eerily similar. You do not hear the footsteps of you and your compatriots as you walk in the hall.
I remember.
You do not hear your breathing.
Oh, we can't
We
talk
hear
either, can we?
ourselves.
It's like silenced or something.
I feel like I dispelled this last time.
Wait, are we silenced? All of us?
For the time being in this hallway, yes.
Ah.
All right, guys, no talking.
We go through the next door. The one didn't have weird portals.
Which door do you grab? There are 3 doors on the left and 3 doors on the right.
It was the one that led downstairs.
For reference, this is a different building than the one you were previously in.
My God.
Oh. Well,
This
shit.
one is the Ventura
just
district.
gonna
The
have to
other one
find-
was in the Ambia district. That
Alright,
is
we
the one.
step back
Alright.
outside so we can talk. We're just gonna have to find our way through this thing, like we did the last one.
Yeah, okay. Rogue guy, what's your name again?
There.
Zare. Do the thing.
We do the thing. What you talking about?
Do the thing. Check the doors.
Yeah, crack open a few doors.
All right. But I'm not opening them. All right.
Why not?
That's your job. You're here to do the thing.
My
We
job
gotta do
is
the
to
things.
unlock them. I ain't opening it.
I will say he
I've
wouldn't
taken
know
a
of
fireball
our.
to the face a few too many times. I have to open up doors. All right.
You have evasion. You take 0 damage.
What is evasion, Dagrim?
Oh, it's this perk that rogues get at level 7.
Yeah, you learn how when you see a giant ball of fire hurtling at you, you learn how to jump out of the way.
Oh, I just learned how to do that this level.
Oh, see, there you go. You learned
Rez,
how to
you could
jump.
do-
Congratulations.
Shouldn't have said that.
All right, you should open the door, Mr. Smart Guy. Go.
And
And
Rez.
yeah, he walks through the hallway, and he just starts going down each door. And roll for him on this here.
30, 40, 35.
Let's see. And yeah, with his bonuses, he is able to open 4 of the doors. The other 2 doors were unlocked.
Huh.
And he just waves and gestures for you to come in.
I think I would. Are you going to dispel the silence or no?
I don't have a dispel magic.
Great. I'll
Do
start
we need
opening
to right now? I said, do we need to dispel it right now?
No, there's no spell casting in that room then.
I mean,
Basically.
I don't expect to be casting in that room, but
All right, I'll start opening locked doors.
All right. First door you open, you get a rush of fresh grass and trees and wind gusting in. Faint smell of flowers as you look in, and it's a small crested hill with a tree on top.
I remember
And
this.
there's a small looking person sitting at the base of the tree. They just kind of give you a glance over.
Close the door.
All right.
Next.
Next door. Give me a dex save.
Fucking boxing glove shoots out.
boing.
All right, you have a low dex.
I do.
Yeah, we should have the guy with the high dex go in and open.
Yeah,
the door.
that guy I told to open it first.
Yeah, I know.
I rolled good. Dex save.
All right. Yep.
Oh, +4. 21.
21. Okay. Well, that will beat the save that I was looking for, as you open up the door and staring face to face with a stone statue as a bunch of arrows immediately shoot out of its mouth, and you narrowly duck under it. One of them just nicks the top of your head. You're going to take 4 slashing
I will take 0
as they
damage.
stick into the wall.
Yeah,
What?
he takes 0.
I have evasion.
All right, evasion now.
As
Yeah,
of this
well, there you go.
morning.
Nicks
Oh.
your hair, but that's it.
Alright, your turn, new guy. You get those 2.
As you try and say that, your mouth just flaps. Nothing's.
I will on his shoulder and
Wait,
point at the next
message.
door.
Can't you just message to him?
No, it's a verbal component.
Oh, there's verbal.
Everything has verbal components.
Pretty much.
Alright,
So,
yeah, we'll just pat him on the shoulder and then point at the doors.
At this, Ovlin walks over and gestures a variety of different gestures with his hands and his arms to Zer, and Zer just gives a aha moment on his face, and he starts going over to the doors.
Okay.
So the next door that was locked, he just quickly opens it, closes it very slowly. He just shakes his head no.
What was beyond the door?
You look in, and it is a bit grotesque. It looks... Best way to describe it is like a battlefield, there's just a bunch of dead bodies everywhere and blood starting to leak into the hallway. He's just quickly closing the door. He goes to the next door and he opens it up, and there's a stairway leading up.
Right, there we go.
He gives 2 thumbs up. And yeah, heading upstairs, there is another set. 3 doors on the left, 3 doors on the right. And
I remember this.
Yep.
Chop chop, my guy. Keep going.
And yeah, he will start working on picking the doors. Given it is now 12, Rosie, do you want to call it now, or do you want to try and see if you can find the base proper first?
I have to wake up
Yeah.
in like 4 hours.
Yep, that's why I'm asking. That's why I'm asking
No.
if you want to stop now or if you wanted to push forward.
That's fine.
So, if that is the case, I feel like this is probably the best stopping spot we'll get, because next spot is going to be a place
Nothing.
full of mindfulness.
No, we don't know that. Spoilers.
Maybe
It
it'll
could
be
be
The
funny.
exact same apartment with the exact same layout that led to mind flares last time.
We just gotta make sure that we check for illusions. Isn't that right, Dan?
We don't know that.
What are you talking about? Nah, it was a pack of mind
Dan
flayers.
saved our lives.
Yeah.
Pack
It was
of ravenous, bloodthirsty
Flowering
mind
mind
Who are
flayers.
immune to fireball.
for some reason that the DM will definitely not go into reason for. And the DM is definitely not to blame for the entire thing. Anyway, MVP for today's session.
I'd say Dan or Dagrim for helping with Rosie's dagger.
I
But
would
also
say,
nobody, because you all left me behind.
I would say Birdie.
That was such a good RP moment, though.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, if it was up to me, I would vote Rez for learning about your backstory, even though
Oh,
only
yeah.
one other
I'll vote
player knows
that.
about it.
That would be my vote.
I'll toss a vote to Dan.
Aw.
I'll vote for Rosie for being in character.
She was very in character.
Sounds like everybody's getting an RP this time.
Yeah, I think so.
But who's
Yeah.
MVP?
I mean, good. AAA.
Let's go with Rosie.
All right.
Oh, shit.
Hell yeah.
Wait,
Hey.
Rosie gets it. Congratulations.
Bonk, 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 bonk.